Good evening, everyone. How are we doing today, AUTplayed 2025? Have we enjoyed the bracket? A bit. Can I get that a bit louder? Come on. Yes? Granblue, yeah, hell yeah. Now, a couple of months ago, some silly guy decided that he wanted to do an entire award ceremony and plan it over the course of one day. It's me, I'm silly man. And a couple of those, we're going to give out in just a second while we've got everyone here. So, oh man. First of these, you know, a guy that I believe you might also know as the Lord of Flames, the voice of Europe. If I could get you up here on stage, if that's all right, my friend. Everybody, can you put your hands together for Virum? And that, my friend, is yours. Thank you. Yeah, Evo main stage commentator, Virum. Bigging up the entire European scene. You absolutely love to see it. But someone else from the European scene that you might have heard of that's going to a certain tour finals about this time next month. Don't look at me like that. Can we get everybody putting our hands together, please, for one Mr. Saki? Thank you. If you want to come up here. For the second award that I've given this man. Not going to talk about the first one. Your player of 2024, the man who made the most impact, the near smaller himself. All her? Yeah. Nia? Woo! And then the last of these I saved for being on this stage up here. Of course, this year we've all been brought together. AUTplayed 2025 has been a fantastic weekend. This course right at the tail end of it. But a big part of this momentum that we've seen is because last year was also pretty damn good as well. So can we please all give a massive round of applause for the organizers of AUTplayed and winning last year's Major of the Year at our awards? Hold on. Come here. Check.
Thanks, bro.
Ken and Dandy, lovely people. Yeah, get another one. Where are you guys looking?
Where's
Lotus is disappeared. He's gone. He BBCF'd too hard. That's how it is. But yeah, with that, I'll make my way off the stage, and I'd like to introduce all of you to our fantastic Granblue Top 8. Woo!
Welcome, everybody, to AUTplayed 2025 Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Top 8 here in Vienna. Almost 100 entrants boiled down to our final 8 here tonight. I am Virum, as you just heard, and with me, of course,
it is your boy Toast back on the mic. I'm so happy to be back at this beautiful event, back doing another Granblue Fantasy versus Rising Top 8. And I couldn't be happier to be joined by anyone other than the voice of EU Granblue, the smoothest voice in Granblue esports, Mr. Virum himself. I'm so happy to have you, brother, and I'm looking forward to this Top 8.
it's a pleasure to be here as always. And we have, honestly, quite an unexpected and a very exciting Top 8 here in store. On the winner's side of things, and honestly, this is probably going to blow some people's minds. We have Yuna versus Default, the Vera prodigy herself, versus Mr. Factory Settings, Default on the Narmaya. And on the other side of winners, we have Release Bogus. Wayne Maestro himself has been on quite a tear throughout multiple tournaments over the past couple of weeks, versus Fogel, Birthday Boy.
Yeah, I mean, the late Birthday Boy, you know, pretty much turning. He's still a young lad, so he can still react to Raging Strike, which is really good for him. Will probably help him out over the course of this Top 8. But on the loser side, we also have some both expected and unexpected names. We actually have, for our first match, we have Neff versus Gil, who actually got upset by Top Shooter earlier in the bracket. And we also, of course, have a pretty tragic team kill here. We have, of course, Samu versus Saki.
Yep, student versus master battle that we will be having later on. First up, though, it looks like we are going to be starting on the winner side of things with Default versus Yuna. Vera versus Narmaya.
Oh yeah, this is definitely going to be a violent matchup for sure. I mean, we know that Default is known as the humble moonflip merchant. He loves going for those ultimate moonflips. He loves going for those heavy moonflips as a shimmy. And Yuna, of course, an incredible player, has been putting on a show today, especially in the team battle as well, performing incredibly well and showing us some really violent Vera gameplay as well.
Yeah, the only player in the team battle that went undefeated throughout the entire thing, despite the fact that our team still lost. But, you know, she definitely cooked, and she has been cooking throughout this entire weekend with that Vera. Honestly, she, being one of the younger players, of course, still has those incredible reactions. I think the thing that impresses me the most about Yuna's gameplay is seeing those 6-6H whiff punishes that she's able to get from random pokes. You know, you think you whiffed a far medium in neutral, and she 6-6H'd you for it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been really incredible to watch, and just overall her confirms have been incredibly on point the entire bracket. Pretty much always capitalizing with the maximum damage possible on any stray hit. And that's something that's so incredibly important in this game, because you really live and die with your single hit confirms a lot of the time. So Yuna has been incredible at that. But Default, definitely no slouch either, has been putting on a show as well. And I'm really looking forward to watching those two duking it out. Of course, this entire top 8 will be first to 3. So we're going to have some longer matches, and we're going to be getting right into the first one. Give it up and make some noise for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising here at Outplayed 2025.
All right, that is what I like to hear.
Absolutely, letting the intros rock as well, getting that anime in, and there we go. Yuna Vera versus Default Narmaya, Germany versus the UK, just like our commentator matchup right here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be going right in. Immediate EXTP coming out from the side of Default, pushing to the corner right here. Yuna's DP going wide, and this is gonna be a big punish.
Yeah, lovely patience from Default. Of course, the double sets on her. You restand. Get a swift follow-up. Look at all of that damage.
Oh, yeah.
That cycles the cooldowns very well, but Yuna trying to press out. Another counter hit, meaty this time with the 5L, and that is going to be a swift first round for Default.
Oh, no,
and
that's
that's the combo!
You cursed them! You cursed them immediately, and that's going to be a big punish. Yuna opting to go for the install over the SSBA here, choosing to not go for the damage, instead opting for the install. Now has a really good pressure situation going, and the next touch could kill Default. He's on 0 bravery points, but the DP finds its mark. First round going to Default.
Risks it all, and you know after having so much momentum in that first round, you don't want to let it get away, and Default decides to capitalize. But Yuna starting off strong with the H Scarlet Oath, gets the pick up, and now is going to deal that damage. Full corner combo.
Absolutely, going for the Lumi setup here as well, of course. Going for the 5U, the Yuna special. Shout out to Light Yagami as well, finding an empty low. And this should pretty much be deaf right here. We have the Bravery Point extension. We have the SBA. It's not going to quite do it, but the next situation will absolutely kill here.
Yeah, and yep, the meaty 6XL preventing Default from pressing right there. The perfect in response from Yuna.
Yeah. Definitely not looking shaken at all by the spaghetti in the last round, and there we go, getting things started here. Immediately Lumi being deployed, and Yuna able to get quite a few plus frames. Default trying to challenge on the M Scarlet Oath. That is plus on block, getting cheeky with it. The low finding its mark yet again, and Default getting opened up in the corner.
Yeah, these meaties are doing wonders for Yuna so far. Default just adamant to continue pressing. Finally finds a BC out, but the reaction on the moonflip, beautiful stuff from Yuna. This is going to be a full conversion. Might be enough for KO as well, ending with the RN, and that is enough. Yuna taking the first game here in winners semis.
Beautiful there, wonderful awareness. Instead of going for the regular anti-air, which can be a little bit janky on Vera, especially with her 2H, instead opting to go for the super, which has a hitbox all the way around her, and getting that full conversion is wonderful awareness from Yuna here. The young woman reactions coming through.
Yeah, that is the other thing that is incredibly impressive about Yuna's gameplay in general, the ability to react in those situations with the SBA. And of course, even though the damage was nerfed a couple months back in 1.5, you still got a lot off of those reversal SBAs. Nice big star once again with the H Scarlet Oath.
Oh, Wraith counter just going wide right there. It's going to be default. Getting a nice bit of pressure going, however, immediately getting DP'd out here by Yuna, interrupting the command dash as well. And that's going to be a conversion right into the command grab, getting some of that precious meter save. Go.
And yeah, very nice stuff. Able to get the 2U into the U sets, and that's something that default loves to go for a lot. And that's the TK movement, but no, doesn't get the full conversion.
6XL getting interrupted by the Setsuna here from default, taking the round over Yuna.
Very similar to what we saw in the previous game. Is default going to be able to respond in kind this time? Right, Media BC on the H move flip. Lovely backdash shimmy right there from Yuna. Going to take that damage, set up the Lumi, and this time goes for the throw.
Really nice mixing up the offense here as well. Has been going for quite a few lows. No punish, unfortunately, on the whip throw attempt. And again, the reaction super in response to the moon flip. Yuna definitely done her homework here, knows the playbook here from default. The moon flip merchant getting him all the way to the other corner. Setsuna's being sent out. Default is trying to just swing for it, but will not be working out here. Yuna taking yet another round on the board.
Yuna has been looking incredibly comfortable, particularly after those first games, throughout this entire bracket, and that is looking to continue here as she's making this run through. Huge bar heavy right there. Not going to build the meter for the install combo right now, but still going to get a lot of damage with this corner conversion. Straight into Lumi once again. Shimmies the grab attempt. Yuna looking on fire.
Absolutely, and that might even be able to do it. We're going to go into the super here, and that's another perfect from Yuna. 2-0. over default.
She is incredibly locked in right now. Default making the wise decision, going to the carrot select, taking a moment to recompose. You know, he's had a fantastic run, managing to take a set off of Dudikov earlier to make his way into winner's side top 8, but now is his time to lock in.
Definitely, and you see all the signs in the background, the wonderful community coming through. A default getting his cheers from the crowd. We got some humble default supporters. Do you guys love default? There we go. All the support from the crowd, picking the Avatar Belial theme as well, locking in, getting ready. And there we go. Default is going to have to bring out the reverse sweep here if he wants to continue on the winner's side of the bracket. But Yuna looking intent on stopping him.
Right, a bit of a slower start to the neutral this time. Once again. Oh, a little bit too slow from default right there. Tries to contest right there, but using the plus frames to get that extra damage. Oh, lovely bait on the DP. That's huge for default. Gonna take Yuna all the way to the corner with it.
Yeah, massive combo extension right here.
And nice again.
Setsuna, yep, that should absolutely do it. The raging strike confirmed to finish things off right there, and default looking strong this round, looking unshaken.
Once again, that 2U into the U sets are so good for default. Using the L move flip, the shallower arc, and it's working out for him.
Absolutely. Nice brave counter there as well, finding a good timing. Nice little conversion. Yuna taking the throw though. The anti-air not quite coming out at the right timing. A little bit too early. Plus frames of the moon flip. But again, another BC coming out from Yuna. Looking ready to go right here. These M Scarlet Elves have not been interrupted at all here. She's just been getting all of these plus frames for free.
That said though, you know, default just willing to just kind of hold block there. Find the right situations. Didn't commit to a button and is going to be able to punish this.
Yeah, I'm liking the little micro dash as well there from default, just maximizing the punish. And that'll be default showing signs of life here. 2-1 now.
Very, very nice. Just changing up the pace ever so slightly to be more in his favor. Now it is going to be on Yuna to make the adjustments.
Absolutely. Taking a little breather as well. Yuna getting ready. And there we go, getting into our next game. Immediately finding a good few pokes. The the Darkane whiffing right there. Not quite at the range, but the grab on the 5U attempt.
Cheeky from Yuna. Already only on 1 BP.
Yeah, really liberal use of those bravery points quite early here from Yuna, but that means this Narmaya damage is only going to mount up even higher. Default looking for that one critical hit that he needs. blocking out the Lumi, no anti-air being attempted. Tried to counter-poke the Scarlet of this time, but instead is going to find a nice little 5L UDP coming out.
Wow, the throw. Woo, didn't
believe in
confirm.
it. What?
BT missing, but so did the Usetsuner. Yep, keeping it safe thanks to the Lumi right there. Going to go for the cross-up. And there's the plus frames abused.
Yuna trying to challenge on the moon flip right there and paying the price quite dearly. Default now looking incredibly in control, looking incredibly strong. Really early BC once again as well. Doesn't quite capitalize off the 6XL. Instead, Yuna will be putting him in the corner right here. Beautiful interruption on the command dash. Tries to go for another 5U, but Default is ready.
Yeah, both these players kind of very active with their meaties as well as their wake-up options so far. And it's getting them both punished in these situations. Oh, clipped by the H move flip out the corner. That's going to be huge conversion for Default. Doesn't go for the SDA, and it's going to get clipped by Yunus, but no conversion afterwards. Doesn't opt for the 2U. But speaking of 2U, there it is once again. 2U Setsuna, and this should be enough for Default to even up the set.
Oh, no,
drop again!
Default, please. There we go. Finishing off the round right there. Already popping off, but we are now 2-2. We are going to a game 5 for our first game of this top 8.
A crucial moment to challenge right there for Default. You know, we saw earlier that Yuna had been abusing, particularly in in-school, abusing that 214M, the medium Scarlet Oath, to get those plus frames, as you mentioned. But right there chose the perfect opportunity to challenge to even up the set.
Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, we're immediately off to a nail-biter here, going to a game 5 immediately. This is going to be going down to the wire. Both players going back to characters, so like just taking a breather. You see Default there taking a deep breath in and getting ready for what's going to be the final match for either of these players in their winner's side.
Perfectly in sync with Narmai on the character select screen. She's taking that breath just as Default was. And now, of course, our final game of the set. Will Yuna be able to make the adjustments, or will Default be able to get that reverse sweep that he is seeking?
Absolutely, right now, just looking for this post defense on a counter hit, getting the knockdown here twice in a row, and immediately, what a command dash coming out from Default. Incredibly aggressive BC on BC violence.
Right, good 6XL coming out from Yuna this time. Oh, not quite in the range, and that's going to be a full combo for Default.
Really good, pushing to the corner, and again the moon flip, the Default classic. Will be netting him the first round if he doesn't drop it. I'm not going to curse him this time. And there we go, Default putting himself on set point over Yuna.
Down 2-0, and now on set point is Default. All he needs is one more round. And a 2M is the way to start it.
So both players looking for those aerial hits, but just missing each other. Two ships passing in the night. And right now the Setsuna will miss, and Lumi find her mark. This is going to be a 5U extension for Yuna. This is huge. She now has the install on deck, so the next hit is going to hurt a lot more.
Right, good blocks, but doesn't block the 6XM afterwards. And we've been seeing that a lot from Default. He's been responding to the Lumi, using that command dash to transient in order to close the gap and force Yuna to block. Missing the BC right there, and that close light is going to do a ton of damage.
Yeah, this is going to be a big stagger. Yuna has the meter as well. This might be able to do it, putting Default down to the last possible bravery point, and we're going to a final game, final round situation.
Punishment Ray into the double Luigi. Yuna versus Default. What a way to start things off. A great far heavy coming out from Default.
Absolutely. Oh, the PC just going the wrong direction. Drunk driving right there. And Yuna's going to pay dearly for it. Default finding another big hit here in the corner. Opting to spend the bravery point early, going into the SBA.
I like that decision. Put Yuna now on 1 BP. This is a terrifying situation to be in if you're Yuna. How will she make the comeback? She will not. Instead, the far heavy is going to find its mark, and Default is going to be advancing to the winners finals.
Absolutely. What a performance from Default, getting that reverse sweep, getting picked up by his friends and comrades right there, popping off. Beautiful. You love to see it, and what a performance.
Magnificent stuff. Down 2-0, staring down the barrel of death and able to make that reverse sweep in emphatic fashion. Beautiful stuff to Default. Once again, going to be moving on to the winners finals. Yuna still in this, still got fight left in her. Going to be in the losers quarters where she will be fighting against the winner of Samu versus Soki.
Absolutely, yeah. and putting on a fantastic performance right there and really showcasing some fantastic adaptation over the course of the set as well. At the beginning, as we said, not really counter-poking a lot of these Scarlet Oath attempts and a lot of the other ways in which Yuna was just getting her offense started, but at the end just not giving her any opportunity. Just as you mentioned, counter-poking all of those Lumi activations with the transient, and it's just been working out incredibly well for him. Default with a very well-deserved reverse sweep right there.
Yeah, just a lot more confidence instilled in Default towards the latter half of that set. You can really tell from a lot of the active decisions that he was making, the way he was placing a lot of his pokes as well. You know, ending the set with that big far heavy, the confidence behind that to just do that while you have that corner position. Really, really good stuff. But next up, we are going to be having Release Bogus versus Fogel. Release Bogus, of course, as we mentioned before, has been on a tear lately across multiple tournaments, coming off the Kionic Cup, coming off the Frosty Faustings, having great performances at both of those. Now here, guaranteed at least 5th here at Outplayed.
Yeah, and I mean, the Bogus has been released pretty much the entire time, as you said. He's been on a tear recently, but his opponent as well has actually been putting on one heck of a performance today. Mr. Fogel, someone who I know has been putting in a lot of effort, of course, a fellow Belial enjoyer, so I'm always happy to see him. And I know that he's been putting on the work. I know he's been putting in the grind, and actually managing to beat Saki earlier, of course, one of the absolute favorites to take this entire tournament, getting knocked down to losers by Fogel. And I'm really looking forward to watching his performance here because he's been putting on an incredible show, also performing well in the team battle, of course, earlier. And he's just been on a tear recently, and I love to see the hard work really paying off for him as someone who's been kind of new to the scene, you know, coming in with Rising, previously coming from a background of Guilty Gear Strive and Super Smash Bros. So.
Yeah, big shout out to Fogel, of course, doing incredibly well throughout this bracket. Also really held it down for the Hard Edge weeklies, of course, shout out to Hard Edge.
Hell yeah.
Both you and Viva, as well as Fogel holding it down for a good while as well.
Yeah, Fogel definitely helping us out in a critical moment when Viver was on break, making sure that the people get their Granblue, and that's exactly what's going to happen now as well, as we get ready for Fogel versus Release Bogus here on our winner side top 8 for Outplayed 2025. I hope you guys have been enjoying the show so far. Big shout out once again to Virtual Dojo Vienna for giving us this premium treatment. We are closing out the event today with this wonderful top 8, and they've just been nothing but kind to us the entire time. So big shout out to them from the entire Granblue community. We love you guys.
Yeah, it's been a phenomenal 2 years of Granblue so far here in Vienna for Outplayed, and it's only going to keep getting better from here on out. Once again, Fogel versus Release Bogus. We have an absolute banger of a set.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, at this point, we also got to give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors here in Red Bull, keeping us hydrated and keeping us energized, because this has been a, grueling 2 days of sets for these players, They have been slaving away, and our beautiful sponsor has been keeping them going.
Now, I've noticed that there's a rat next to you, Toast.
Yeah, I noticed that there's a rat here for some reason, but we're just going to ignore that. We're not going to be scared of the rats. Instead, we're going to be engaging and releasing the Bogus Aesthetics first trophy earned. Definitely, you got to be on that drip. This is just going to be a button check to get us started right here. Of course, Fogel rocking the regular Belial most of the time. Not going to be pressing anything here on Avatar Belial for this top 8. Just going to go back to character select here, of course. Going to be switching to the regular Belial Bogus. We'll be sticking with the Lil Wayne. I don't think Lil Wayne Nation would forgive him for his sins if he ever played a different character. I'm pretty sure, Tunington and Zeke would have him crucified. So
yeah, you know that they're in the chat right now making noise.
Definitely. And you love to see the support. But we're going to be going into the first game of Fogel versus Release Bogus. The fist bump is being exchanged. The Belial theme is being slapped on, and we are ready to go.
All right, will Fogel be ready for the onslaught of shenanigans from this trio of stooges? Or will Release Bogus with the boys be able to overwhelm the primal beast that is Belial?
Belial, of course, still one of the strongest characters and one of the most consistent tournament characters that you can pick in this game. Has been pretty much continuing his reign of terror ever since his release back in base game season 2. And I mean, I'm all here for it. This character is the reason why I'm here today, to be honest. I would not have gotten into commentary for this game without this clean character. So I'm happy for that, and I'm happy to see my boy Vogel here in the top 8 winner's side, starting things out versus Release Bogus.
4.5 years of Belial dominance, and it is continuing even now. Oh, just missing out on the punish attempt right there.
So looking to find an opening here. Another nice little anti-air from Release Bogus. Unable to get a big combo off of it, but all of these little hits really do count with Lobain. He's a bit of a death by 1,000 cuts character, unless you're really getting people in the corner. Gonna be a nice extension here, pushing Vogel into a real nasty corner okay situation. Let's see, has he done his homework? Absolutely not, just getting domed.
Now, normally what happens there is people get immediately caught by the low, but instead, Vogel wasn't ready to block the high that came afterwards. That BC is going to be baited by the HPA. Bogus with a comfortable first round.
Absolutely looking real solid right here. Vogel not really getting to find his pace here in neutral. Of course, if you're a Belial in this matchup, what you really want to do is you just want to overwhelm the Wayne. You can't let him get his shenanigans started. Belial, of course, a character with incredible offense. Got these really fantastic buttons to get things started like that. Good old 2M, the all reliable, plus on block low. And you really just need to take advantage of Lobain's defense not being the greatest.
Yeah, Vogel just having a hard time. He's actually losing a lot of these scramble situations, which is not what you would expect in this matchup, considering the incredible buttons that Belial has. But Vogel has just been playing this range so well. Finally gets a hit with the 6XL.
Yeah, Vogel does have to spend his second to last bravery point for that though, so now this HPA is going to be extremely critical. Gets caught out immediately on the low, and that's going to be Bogus taking the first game.
Very strong stuff from Bogus so far.
Go. Vogel nodding to himself like, yep, man, gotta remember how to play this matchup, eh? Definitely a common sentiment that you get in EU nowadays, because we have been overtaken by Lobain players. All of these strong Lobain players have been showing up out of nowhere in these last few months, honestly, and have just been putting on a show. Now everyone has to actually learn this matchup. Beautiful bait on the DP there from Vogel. Will be going for that U-Fireball extension for some nice corner carry, nice damage as well. This is looking way better for him already. Yeah. Nice conversion on the counter at far light.
Goes for a fireball sequence, but not going to get the safe jump because of course, the parry beating out safe jumps. Very nice counter poke right there with the far medium. Big damage from that chip. You, Asmodeus, dealing so much chip damage, but restored all the way back with the spaghetti.
Yeah, definitely. That's another big factor. It's actually quite difficult to chip out Lobain because he's the only character in the game who can actually restore his HP and get back from that chip point. Calling out the Iggy, Mom, help!
And I love the usage of that parry right there, whiffing it to gain the meter that he needed for Iggy right there. But Vogel playing this beautifully, until getting clipped right at the last moment by the flame carpet.
Yeah, really tragic because he would have been able to get a punish, but right now Bogus getting the throw and getting yet another round on the board. That's actually a funny little interaction. This matchup, Belial can 5U every option in Iggy except for the flame carpet.
Yep.
Yeah, Vogel hopefully not too shaken up by that interaction. Finds a good far heavy to get things started here. Of course, the old reliable coming through here for Belial. The 2M trying to bait out the defensive option, backdashing out of here, but Release Bogus finds yet another hit.
And I think I'd like Vogel to continue using those far heavies in those situations against Bogus' cancels. That is the button that works the best for Belial. Either that or the 6XL. He's trying to go for like these far lights, far mediums, not quite reaching to get these punishes. Good block so far on the HPA. Not going to get the punish, goes for the throw, but it's still going to get some nice damage here with the combo.
Absolutely. Once again, going for that ultimate fireball extension, which is something that I really like from Vogel. He's been very consistent at using that extension this entire weekend, and I think it's done a lot of good for him. And that big shimmy coming through with the MDP. The first one always hits Virum, every single time.
And I love that Vogel uses it as a throw bait right there. It's just fast enough to be able to punish throws. Nice 6XM, risky to do right there, but it still worked out in Bogus' favor.
Finding a hit there as well. Once again, Vogel finding himself in the corner here against Release Bogus, fighting his way out, but the BC into the catbot. Going to be putting him right back whence he came, but another BC. We're just seeing so many of those. These players do not want to deal with these defensive interactions, and we're going all the way to the other corner. Vogel down to his last bravery point as well, so he is just one hit away from death.
Yeah, and here comes the HPA after the parfait. Even after blocking all of this, you're going to be taking a ton of chip damage. You can see that Bogus isn't even bothering. Oh, what a DP! What a fantastic DP! The Saki Tech coming out for Vogel. Vogel right there. He's going to capitalize on this.
What a beautiful timing right there from Vogel, managing to avoid the end of HPA, getting the punish there as well. Massive damage with the SSPA. And now look at that, Bogus down to no bravery points.
RS.
One hit away from death.
What a whiff punish! What a whiff punish on that 2M. That was fantastic from Vogel right there. What a comeback to take this game.
Wow. Vogel with incredible awareness, just taking an almost impossible comeback and making it happen right there off of the back of the Saki Tech. He has slapped this matchup. He's done his homework, almost getting the full extension there as well of the janky fireball hit. That's something where you can really tell when someone is like a fantastic Belial player. It's if they pick up from these weird little fireball interactions that you can get with this character.
As I said, though, Bogus playing a lot of these defensive situations incredibly well, knowing exactly when to challenge. Once again, clipped by the overhead, not blocking in time is Vogel. He's going to take a big chunk of damage in the corner as a result.
Yeah, El Fugitivo coming out, getting blocked. And what I really like from Release Bogus here is that he's not playing shaken up at all. Like, he had the comeback happen to him, but he's not looking deterred whatsoever. Keeping things incredibly patient, and that HPA should be able to get a punish. Absolutely. Bogus bringing it back.
Yeah, unfortunately for Vogel right there, spaced a little bit too far to get the true block string from the H Fireball, and Bogus able to capitalize on the gap.
Definitely, yeah, starting things out with the 6-6 the classic. This time, the block button has been located by Mr. Vogel. The blocks right there, finds a nice whiff punish with the 6-6L. He's been really good with those so far, and that's going to be another U Fireball extension. Verum, stop me if you've seen this one before.
Oh, doesn't get the throw. Unfortunate for Vogel right there. The DP just to let himself out. You know the HPA is coming immediately. Bogus loves it. Oh, he gets side swapped right there. Not actually ready to deal with that situation.
The Bone Wheel runs him over though. The Ford F-150 coming through, but another nice whip punish from Vogel. Nice little conversion and putting Bogus in the corner. The Bone Wheel comes out once again. Nice block on the 6-6H. Vogel definitely locating the block button. No, oh, they get hit tick.
Oh, side swap. Probably didn't want that in that situation. Probably just wanted the extra corner carry.
Fine, he's getting corner carried either way. Doesn't matter which corner.
True.
Ooh, the throw getting baited, and now he's getting switched into the corner. These situations are turning around so quickly, and finds a good low as well. Bogus gonna be able to extend.
Yep, gets the 100 meter in time. Gonna end this up with the HPA. We're gonna get a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the finish. 2-1 now for Bogus.
Look at Vogel's face. I hope you guys can hear the crowd yelling a little bit on the microphone because they are so loud right now. The support for Bogus has been incredible. Definitely someone with a very strong fan base. And you gotta understand why. I mean, the man has been taken away in a character who was previously completely underrepresented in Europe, except for the occasional Usagi jump scare, and has just put the character completely on the map.
Yeah, Luane just kind of has had his incredible uprising, particularly here in Europe, throughout Rising over the past year or so, and it's just been terrifying to see. I would have used a different adjective there, but I want to be kind enough to Bogus here, because he is an absolutely fantastic player that's been making waves over the past year or so in this game, and I'm excited to see his continued growth.
Definitely. Yeah, we're going into what could potentially be the final game of the set. We got Bogus, of course, now up 2-1 over Vogel. But what I would really like to see as well is Vogel switching to the red outfit. Don't see the blood on that.
And once again, the far heavy to beat the cancel out there. Huge close heavy right there from Vogel. Not going to have the fireball cooldown just yet to maximize the damage here. Ooh, he was actually in the position. No, still gets anti-head by the remaining missiles.
Yeah, the 5U in this matchup is a very precarious tool to use. Most of the time, Luane just has active frames already. He's already ready to go again. But a really nice capitalization. Vogel drops it.
Unfortunate right there, missing out on the 2L or 5L that he wanted right there. Good block so far in the HPA.
Yeah, Vogel definitely read the do the document, has been really good about defending HPA so far in the set.
Oh, big far heavy.
Fogel just getting a lot of chip damage on the board here with the ultimate fireball as well. Bogus down to 0 BP. Any stray hit will absolutely do it here. And Fogel might be looking for the chip damage. However, Luane, remember, can restore his own health. Bit of a taller ask right here. Once again, just opting to go for the chip damage, trying to bait with the JU, trying to shimmy. Some shades of base game coming out,
this
but
is
the
tough
BC.
for Fogel now. Here comes Iggy. Bogus just waiting, biding his time that whole time until he had that 100 meter available.
Tried to jump and gets caught out. Bogus now on set point here over Fogel. And the Wahey coming through in the windscreen.
And this is one of the strongest aspects of Luane as a character. He is, I think, probably the strongest character in the game at making these comebacks, aside from maybe like Beatrix.
Definitely, yeah.
I guess the throw. And just the mix-up that you have to kind of deal with after that, those catbot missiles. Really, really tough to deal with a lot of the time.
Oh,
Nice.
the shimmy! The Fogel classic! ×3 coming out right there. Beautiful. And
And
a
the
nice
DP.
DP reaction. Beautiful cancel from Fogel. The command grab first of the set coming out as well. And Fogel is looking confident right now. HPA,
Yes.
let's see the blocks. Low,
Low.
low,
High.
low.
Oh, missed the low block. Gonna take that BP as well. Attack on the throw.
Yeah, this is a big interaction, and Fogel getting jumped in on this. Could be a next touch kill situation. Oh, beautiful
266
6-6.
L. Gonna
Nice
go for the
going
corner
for-
carry once again. Not gonna go for the side switch, but still, a situation for Fogel. Gonna deal a chunk of chip with that U Asmodeus.
Yeah, staying patient is on. I really like the usage of far heavy here. It's been incredible. And the throw will do it. Fogel staying alive for now. But Bogus is still on set point right here. He still has a chance to finish things off right now and move on the winner's side.
Yeah, important now to get that throw into release Bogus's mental stack. We saw the shimmies working, so that was the perfect opportunity for Fogel to go for the throw. That said though, now it's Bogus's time to get the throws instead. Wow, huge challenge.
Yeah, wonderful challenge there from Fogel. Has the meter as well. Definitely going to go for the extension once again. I really like the cheeky far medium he sneaks, the close medium he sneaks in there.
Yeah, the extra damage. And again, the DP. He is so ready.
He is locked in right now. Let's see the HPA again. Chat, say it with me. Low.
Low,
No,
but
God.
doesn't block again. Same deal as the previous round. Big jump out the corner from Fogel, though.
Yeah,
we tried to
challenge
challenge.
heavy, but a little bit too late right there. The bro's already active, catching him out.
Yep, there come the BCs.
Liking the use of the ultimate fireball there, beating out the Catalina bot. And
Huge
finds
6-6
another
out.
6-6 out. There we go. This is going to be a big extension for Fogel.
This is going to be death, I think. Yeah, this is definitely death. He has more than enough resources to combo into the SSBA, and that is going to even up the set 2-2.
Absolutely. Doesn't even need the animation right there. Fogel staying alive, taking a big breather, popping off a little bit and getting ready for what's going to be yet another Game 5 here in our top 8.
Both winners semi-sets, absolute nail-biters so far. Bogus with the opening start. Yes, the air unblockable, but no real contest afterwards.
Yeah, finding a cheeky little overhead there at the end of the auto combo. So far, Fogel has blocked most of these. Another good DP coming out. Fogel has been good with his DP usage so far.
Ooh, I like the attempt right there from Fogel to try to go for the 6-6 link after the count hit 2M. But now Bogus in a great situation, going to go straight into the HPA, not even going to spend the BP.
Wow, the reset right there into the cheeky little overhead as well, making the best out of a kind of scary situation. Tries to go for the throw, doesn't quite time it right, but Fogel's still down to his last little sliver of health. This is a really, really spooky situation to be in, but a beautiful UDP. This is how we could get things started for Fogel.
Do that pressure, of course, the Bilal pressure. Goes for the guard crutch. This is going to be a lot of damage, Toast.
Absolutely.
Not enough to
Bogus
get the
looking
kill just
real
yet.
old right now, but the next touch is going to kill for both players. The boy's getting blocked out, and Iggy's going to be coming through. He might be able to catch him here. He's still jumping.
What a clutch salad for release Bogus right there. And
Oh my
even
God.
with the 5U, the Rock Pillar's able to anti-air. Now Bogus on set point.
Once again. Let's see if Bogus can close it out this time. Why? The boys are on screen, and Bogus is looking for the final round that he needs right now. This is a good start. Fogel already back in the corner, El Fugitivo, but the counter poke.
Nice patience on the parry this time. Once again, solid damage, doesn't have the fireball. The fireball cooldown only just coming back for the reset. Lovely use of the Uvasago.
That was all for mental damage. There's no... That was unnecessary roughness there from Vogel. Just going for the Uvasago. Getting caught out here though, the throws are coming out, Street Fighter 6 is being played. And there we go, HPA. For maybe one last time, chat. Low, high, high, and he blocked it out.
Nice throw coming out from Vogel as well. There's a meaty fireball, but the match from Bogus!
Doesn't have the meter to extend here, unfortunately, so will still be alive. Vogel, though, almost getting caught out, whiffing the break. Oh, no!
That's a huge punish right there. I think Vogel has the resources to even this up.
Yeah, should be able to kill it. There we go, the Raging Strike. We are going to a final game, final round once again.
Insane clutch from Vogel right there. We are really getting all of these nail-biter sets right at the start of this top 8. A beautiful 6XL coming out from Vogel. You can see so much more confidence in his play, so much more power and presence. This is what you love to see from Belial. This is what you expect to see from Belial.
Definitely good spot dodge. Once again, the Bone Wheel coming through, running him over. Once again, the Bone Wheel putting in so much work, but Vogel finds another 6XL. Really nice conversion there as well. Being really aware of these far counter hits and getting his beautiful conversion. But what a mash from Bogus on Wake Up.
Attack on the throw once again. Huge bar heavy right there. Gets the crouching hit. It's going to build enough damage for SPA. Put him in the corner and put him at 1 BP. That said, though, Bogus does have 100 meter by the end of this. Will we see the HPA or will we see the Iggy on Wake Up?
See what it's going to be. The HPA is going to come out. One last time, chat.
Low.
No.
Low.
No. And he got him. Ow.
It's do or die now for both players. What is going to be the play? Beautiful throw attack with the BC back. Blocks both and the BC back again. Oh, he tried to go for the throw bait. He tried to go for the bait right there with the JU, but Bogus so adamant with that mash, with that close light, and it took him all the way to winners finals as a result. But what a nail biter once again here in winners semis.
Wow, man, that set took like a year of my life at minimum.
Oh, absolutely.
That was so incredibly stressful to watch. But Bogus and Vogel both with a beautiful performance. I know Vogel looking a little dejected right now, but he's come really, really far already. And he's not out yet. He is on the loser side still, and he still has some games to play. Vogel not out yet.
That said, though, he is now in the Shark Tank of the losers top 8. Has to fight the winner of Neff and Skill. Speaking of which, both players making their way up to the stage. As we mentioned before, Skill getting upset quite early. The #1 seed of this tournament, Kayane Cup champion, losing to Top Shooter, the registered flex offender in pools. You know, showing that Skill has been struggling a little bit with some of the zoners of the game, some of the zoning gameplay in general. He had a very close set in in top 24 as well versus Memphiles, 3-2 between those two. So it's looking a bit difficult for Skill. That said, though, he is an absolutely incredible player. We saw him at Kayane Cup. He managed to qualify to the Arc World Tour as a result of that tournament. So you absolutely can never sleep on Skill.
Yeah, 100%. And it's been really lovely to see him playing the Saurus as well pretty much the entire time. I think he's really come into his own ever since that character got the last round of buffs that he received, especially that heavy axe kick becoming a 5-framer with crush level 4.
Devious button.
Devious button right there.
Absolutely diabolical move.
Yeah, and Skill has been really embodying the character. I feel like there is no Saurus who quite does it like him right now in Europe especially, and it's been a really fun time.
That it has. Meanwhile, of course, Neff having an incredible run here at this tournament. Just he and the other Portuguese players in general have had an absolute tear throughout this bracket. Of course, Neff, I believe, being the kind of the last bastion of Portugal here to take it as far as he can in the rest of top 8 here. Once again, another Belial.
Yeah,
I'm sure you're a happy gamer.
Yeah, this top 8 has a really good character spread if you're me, that's for sure. We got 2 Belials, we got Saurus, who I really enjoy watching as well. So.
Potential Siegfried there as well.
Potential Siggy, yeah, definitely. I mean, Skill has put in work with a bunch of different characters, especially early on with the Siegfried. He was one of the best representatives of the character in Europe as well. Definitely still has a really strong pocket Siggy. We've seen it come out during a lot of events like Wanted, for example. He's been putting on a show with that too. And But I'm definitely expecting the Saurus, and I don't
Yeah.
think he will be switching off to the Siegfried anytime soon. I think he's looking pretty confident as well in the Belial matchup. Definitely a well-represented character and a matchup that you will be running into a lot if you're competing in this game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Unlike, like the previous matchup where Top Shooter beat him playing Used as a character that's completely underrepresented in Europe outside of course, Top Shooter himself and Miri. So, little button check there to get us started.
Yeah. Button checking with the Siegfried. I fully expect to see the Saurus to start off with, though, as we mentioned before. People love to do that. They love to button check with the characters that they're not picking. It just means you're having to move your cursor more.
Yeah, imagine playing more than one character, am I right? You wouldn't know about that.
Nope.
Loyal to
I
the
will
core.
say I have considered dabbling in the Zoe.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I do know that you like Zoe, and I can
do
respect
like
it.
my Zoe, mainly for Grimnir, because every Percival on the planet can tell you, every good Percy on the planet can tell you, none of us want to play that matchup. It's miserable.
Yeah, I can definitely imagine. But right now, we're going into what used to be a horrible matchup for Saurus, but nowadays, with a lot of the changes the character has received, it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty solid. And we're going to be seeing Neff on Belial, repping Portugal, versus Skill, repping France on the Saurus.
Yeah, Saurus is a fascinating character. He's one of the big beneficiaries, not only of the buffs that he's received throughout this game's lifespan, but just the Rising mechanics and the nature of Rising as an environment in general. You know, he has fantastic 6XL, really good ultimate skills that even if they aren't necessarily always coming out in full force, you have to respect the threat of them, but they most certainly came out in full force with that U-Impact Knuckles.
Yeah, I mean, that is one of the best tools that the character received. Before, he had a bit of a problem with just getting in on people who are just covering the linear approach. Saurus is a very linear character. He really just wants to cover a very straight line right to your face. But now with the U Rush Punch, which has armor on it, he has such a good tool for that as well. That's been putting in a lot of work for Skill, finding a nice little mid-screen link right there into the heavy axe kick, but Neff immediately with the counter poke. We're going to see the U Fireball extension, no saving the meter.
All right, goes to the DP. Good tech on the throw. Goes to the frame trap using the the H Roundhouse Fang.
No spot touch on the Fireball right there. Skill staying very patient, but getting caught out here, crouching as well, which means that Neff is going to get his optimal extension. Opting to go for the SSBA here to put Skill on one bravery point, and this is a big chunk of damage as well. I mean, look at all that blood loss. High health character, by the way.
Yep. At 3 BP. Here come the stackers from Neff. Beautiful challenge right there from Skill. I believe he does have the resources to get the KO there. The U punch the stars to finish things off. Skill up 1-0.
Yeah, looking really, really confident as well. And that's one thing that I really like about watching Skill is that the entirety of his play just exudes confidence the entire time through. He never looks shaken up, especially on defense, and I think it's really good, especially for someone who's playing a character who only has a metered reversal. And I mean, we don't really count 5U, but of a more situational tool. That's really, really good to have that type of patience, that type of confidence. And right now, he's just getting his offense going in the corner on Neff.
Yeah, absolutely the traits of a seasoned veteran, and you know, Skill having a prolific fighting game profile across many different games, Soul Calibur 6, Guilty Gear Strive, amongst others. Oh, try to go for the throw bait using the 2-2U right there. Good challenge from Neff and a great DP as well.
So there we go, the UDP. After finding its mark, of course, we do get that really nice OP situation, but Skill finding yet another beautiful counter poke. Looking to close this out, going for the punch to stars. For the heavy rush punch as well. Now Neff down to 1 bravery point, there's just a sliver of life. This is a tough comeback to make against Skill.
Yeah, very, very hard right now. The H punch the stars, dealing so much chip damage. And this is the thing about Saurus, he's so good at chipping you down. Sometimes you don't even realize it after blocking him for so long.
Definitely. I mean, Saurus, you know, kind of known as a bit of a mid dispenser, right? The
Yeah.
character just has a bunch of really good plus on block mids, but they really do add up in terms of chip damage. And you really think that you're not in danger, but then the shimmy is coming right here as well from Neff. This is going to be a nice little extension. Some nice pressure going.
I like the attempt at the delayed close heavy right there. The punish on the fireball at that range. Beautiful awareness from Skill. Very rarely do you see people try to punish those light and medium fireballs. But if you can, might as well go for it.
Yeah, and Skill also really making use of that 6XL on Saurus. Really covering a lot of distance. You wouldn't expect it because he's such a chunky old lad, but he's in your face real quick with that 6XL.
And this is the nerfed version of that move, by the way. Beautiful tick throws coming out from Neff, though. Right, the BC doesn't want to hold anymore.
Throwing him right back into the corner, and that's going to be Skill taking the second game here over Neff, looking extremely confident, 2-0.
Yeah, and you can see a lot of the kind of intention behind Neff's play. There's a lot of good stuff there, but once again, I think the difference in experience between these two is really coming to show. A lot of these kind of micro interactions, the small differences in spacing that are allowing and enabling Skill's gameplay versus Neff's and allowing him to get all this damage.
Yeah, and look at that beautiful optimal conversion there as well from Skill on the crouching hit. Just beautiful to see. Nice, the whiff punish on the far heavy, going into the ultimate impact knuckles as well, going for the cheeky frame kill, and that's death right there. Skill now on set point, looking to make this a quick one over Neff.
Yeah, and it's so easy because normally, of course, those DPs, the UDPs are able to beat out safe meaty, safe jabs, but if you whiff it by just a little bit, make it seem like it's going to safe jab, you can catch those UDPs.
Yeah, one thing that I've been noticing as well, I think it's very interesting that Neff has not been opting for these few fireball conversions as well, not really valuing the corner carry as highly as Fogel. Finding a nice little 6XL right there, so fighting his way out of the corner. However, one good hit is absolutely going to do it here. You cannot underestimate the amount of damage that Saurus can just throw out. But a beautiful impact knuckle as well. That's the beautiful thing in this matchup that you can just do with Saurus. That cancel does not work on him.
Yeah, and that's just a key thing about Saurus in general. Just a lot of pressure that would ordinarily work against a lot of other characters doesn't work against him because he has that H impact knuckles. Sorry, the H roundhouse fang. Yo, trophy.
Yo, trophy. Getting those trophies, farming them up. There we go. Nice little bit of pressure, but the UDP coming out from Skill, finishing things off and ending Neff's still really, really impressive tournament run right here, making his way into the top 8. Beautiful performance here from the Portuguese bros, and Skill will be advancing further on the loser side of the bracket.
Yeah, a fantastic showing for Neff throughout this whole bracket. Can I get some zoos from the crowd?
Portugal mentioned, baby, and there we go. Viram, talk to the people about our next match that we've coming up.
Now, of course, we are going to be having Socky versus Samu, the master versus student battle, of course. Socky, the original European pioneer of Charlotta, now has shifted to greener pastures, formerly on the Nia at the start of the season, but of course now shifted to the Catalina. And in this place has taken the mantle of Charlotta is, of course, Samu, who's been, you know, on an absolute tear throughout this bracket. And the beautiful thing is, Samu, relatively new player, his first major out of region tournament was Outplayed last year, where he went 1-2.
Yeah.
Now,
what an
making it
improvement.
all the way to top 8. There's a reason why we voted him the most improved player in Europe. Shout out to Samu. I know this is going to be quite the exciting set between these two.
Definitely, yeah. And I know that, you know, Samu has a ton of respect for Socky, really looks up to him as a player. Of course, you know, with Socky being the original Charlotta pioneer, he has done the, I'm going to call it, economical choice of going to Catalina. One of the strongest characters of this version of this game.
Yeah.
Definitely someone very, very suited for competition. Socky, of course, is an ARC World Tour finalist. Currently, I believe, actually the #1 on the leaderboard as well. For the ARC World Tour points.
for the qualifiers. Not like that matters too much. If
yeah,
you qualified, you've
doesn't
qualified.
matter. You're either qualified or you're not, but still.
But yeah,
you can still
yeah.
flex it.
Indeed.
But yeah, Socky been putting in work in pretty much every single tournament that he's entered. Actually falling down to the losers at the top 24 against Fogel on a bit of a miracle run for sure. Really in a very close set against Socky. But right now, going to see whether he can make this comeback from the loser side, but he's going to have to get through Samu first, and that will be no easy task. He's been playing on fire. He's been going for some absolutely unhinged and devious plays as well, you know, going for those run-up SSBAs on people, invoking his inner citizen.
I mean, if it works, it works.
It works.
This is one of the difficult things about fighting Charlotta is that you have to be tight with your punishes against that character because she doesn't leave that much room. You know, she doesn't have much whiff recovery on a lot of her tools. Her DP on block is only -8 a lot of the time. So a lot of the time, your medium buttons, you know, if you don't block it correctly, you get your far medium instead of your close medium, and you miss the punish.
Yeah.
And it can just be really difficult to punish some of the stuff. That said, though, as Catalina, Socky will not have to worry about that kind of stuff. You know, he just presses the 2M, and that will lead into miracle damage.
Absolutely. If no one got me, I know 2M, 2 for 6, you got me.
Exactly.
Socky getting ready here. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching this one. Of course, you know, Samu was performing really well in the team battle earlier as well. Definitely playing with a lot of confidence. He's looking very locked in for today and has been really pulling his weight in pretty much in the team battle, in the bracket. You know, there's a good reason why he's made top 8, only losing a pretty close set, I believe, against Memphilus.
Gosh, yeah, it was quite a while back because he's been making, he started top 24, I believe, on loser's side, so he's been making quite the impressive run throughout the whole pool.
Yeah, definitely looking real good. So yeah, we're going to get a button check here, or are we going straight into definitely button check?
Yeah, lost Memphilus in pools.
There we go. Going back into a character select, of course, both of these players, there is no real expected variety here. We're gonna get to Catalina versus the Charlotta. I would be worried about Samu if he ever played anything else, honestly, with how much he likes this character.
I mean, he's been dabbling, you know, in a handful of other characters, Beatrix, Lawayne, Seox, but I don't think he'd bring
not
out
in the top 8.
Yeah, he wouldn't bring out any of those characters in the current position. With all the marbles down, with all the chips down, he is going to go all in on Charlotta.
Definitely. I'm liking the discussion here as well about the music choice. That's something that is kind of underrated, you know, especially if you force your opponent to listen to a theme they don't like. That's always kind of the Guilty Gear Xrd classic, you know, putting on Birthday Train and just terrorizing your opponent.
Yeah, if you lock in Existence versus me, I will just leer at you.
Yeah, same.
Oh, thank goodness.
I will simply leave. Just get up from the station right now. But yeah, there we go. Gonna get right into this match between Socky and Samu right here. The master and student battle is about to commence here in our Granblue Fantasy versus Top 8 at Outplayed 2025.
And Socky already leading the charge with the 6XL pressure. And a little bit early on the release of that light wall.
Good 6XL here. This is going to be a nice little extension, of course. Once again, spending that Fireball. We're going to see quite a lot of that from Socky today.
Oh, yes. And we're going to see a lot of this specific combo coming out, of course, from Catalina, the special. Lovely 2L from Samu, though.
Definitely, yeah. But I can definitely imagine this being a bit of a tough one for Samu, just because Catalina is so good at stuffing that approach that Charlotta really wants to go for. She's also a bit of a linear character, unless you're at a weird spacing, where she can just jump in on you, and Catalina is so good at contesting that. And Socky just proving my point right here with a nice little extension and a nice little first round on the board.
Yeah, Charlotta has always kind of struggled a little bit versus the Shoto characters who are just very well rounded and control the range that she usually wants to play at very, very well. That said, though, that opening 6XL, but Samu could have carried that a lot further using the Sword of Lumiel.
Finding a nice little 5 unit, it's going to be a side switch as well. Finds the overhead off of the Gremlin flip. Beautiful bait on the DP. And this is huge for Samu. Probably going to be routing into the super as well, taking Socky to a next touch kill situation. And there we go. Let's see the mix up after. Demon flip once again.
Big 6XL tries to catch maybe a delay mash from Samu right there.
Watch your toes.
Yeah, I like the decision right there. A little bit risky just because that would have been punishable. Had that been blocked, Socky would have definitely converted the far light into a 2-3-6U and gone from there, but still working out for Samu.
Definitely. Finding another good round start here. Socky immediately finding himself in the corner, finds a good PC, and catches the fuzzy jump. Now this is something that if anyone's going to know about catching fuzzy jumps, it's going to be Socky, because he was a just serial jumper as well when he was playing Charlotta, so he's definitely going to be aware of the fact that Samu really loves fuzzy jumping out of his pressure. He's been calling out quite well. There we go. Nice conversion.
Yeah, Socky just winning a lot of these mid-range scramble situations. Good DP coming out from Samu. And The overhead as well. This time, Samu with the dash light. Gonna go all the way to the corner.
Yeah,
You're not the only one with this corner carry.
Definitely, yeah. Both of these characters are really good at that. The BC whiff! And again he tries to go for it, and Samu taking the first game here over Saki. Really good stuff.
Samu actually whiffed the command grab out of the Demon Flip, the Noble Strategy. He loves going for that option. Saki not actually punishing it there.
Yeah, there we go. Nice little extension right there. Of course, Catalina has gained some really strong mid-screen extensions in some of the more recent changes of this game. Oh, the 5U! Tried to get too funny with it, but no capitalization on that. There we go, though. Saki with a big anti-air will be able to cash out here. That's saving the meter.
Yeah, not quite comfortable going for the SBA there. Right, here come the throws from Samu, and you know he was conditioning to try and find a jump afterwards.
Yeah, rolling forward as well. We've seen quite a few rolls coming out from Samu. Will be punished for this one, though. And this is how he could make a comeback, but it's really rough right here. Down to almost chip point, and will get poked out of the ultimate ball right there. Saki just sending it on the 2-on-4L, and there we go. Looking not too shaken up from that really scrambly last game.
Yeah, never count out a Charlotta who has you in the corner. She has all the power in the world. Useful blocks coming out from Samu, but once again, getting caught by Saki 6XL.
Yeah, that's a nice throw.
Oh, again, great usage of the UDP coming out from Samu. The block is not going to deal with the plus frames.
Yeah, and again, really good contest on those jumps. Saki, once again, way too aware of what Samu wants to do with these fuzzy jumps on defense. Will be cashing out and will be taking the set right there. The game, sorry, jeez. Looking a little ahead here, hopefully, for Saki. There we go, getting right back into the rematch right there. Both players just immediately wanting to go back in. Locking in, beautiful punish right there off of the light wall from Saki. Another good anti-air, and look at that, non-counter it as well.
Yeah. Oh, but again, willing to go for that jump, and as a result, going to get full corner carry from this. 1, 2, 3 into the H ball, not quite close enough to the corner to get the follow-up afterwards.
Definitely, yeah, and I'm really liking these preemptive light walls from Saki as well. He's looking to catch that heavy ball like he did on his round start. And there's not much threat of a whiff punish there either, because Charlotta can't really close the distance that well unless you're specifically using ball.
Wow, what a challenge with the 2L, and this is probably going to be enough to get the KO right here. Convert all the way, and we've seen Saki optimize his damage beautifully. No, not enough.
Yeah, the combo limit coming through and kind of ruining his parade right here. Really good UDP. Samu does still have a chance. He still has all of his bravery points, and Saki down to just 1. So a good touch could absolutely do it here. This is going to be forced chip though, and yeah, very rough situation. Beautiful awareness from Saki, going for the true block string into the U fireball, immediately into the 2-on-4H. There's almost nothing that Samu could have done about that.
Trying to 2M once again, these jumps from Samu. Every Charlotta in the world living and dying by their jumps, but a beautiful challenge once again with the 2L.
To find a cheeky little hit here, Neutron again, just holding the light. Well, that's a big counter, and this is going to hurt a ton. Yep. Doesn't even need to spend the meter on all of this damage. Ow. And another good anti-air. Saki, so on point right now. This should be death.
Yes, absolutely. And yeah, he's just baiting, he's coaxing Samu into going for these jumps, and he's so ready with these massively powerful 2Hs that are leading into so much damage. Samu going to have to rethink when and where he does these jumps. And it can be difficult, you know, when you're so used to these jumps working against so many players. That said, though, another good roll.
Yeah, but getting the full corner extension here as well. Charlotta definitely getting those wall bounces from downtown, but Saki this time finding the fuzzy jump. Really, you know, giving Samu a taste of his own medicine right here on defense. Let's see, is he going to try to bait out the jump again? Yes, but this time Samu gets out the corner and a big whiff. There's going to be a massive punish coming out from Samu. Look at all this damage mounting up. We're going into the super as well.
Yeah, slight delay before we press anything from Samu, just allowing him to get that punish there.
What you don't?
Once again, oh, the jump out the corner working once again for Saki. Gonna keep the meter. Oh, didn't have the health to actually survive the hit. That is arm, and of course you are still taking damage.
Yeah, had the right idea, but just not quite enough health. Still really good awareness from Saki, but man, that was a tragic situation to find yourself in.
Oh, gonna get a combo off that low. You gotta watch your toes. And that's really good from Samu. He's been using the overhead so much in those situations. It's a beautiful position to condition for the low.
Definitely, yeah. Saki once again gonna try to stop the approach here. Beautiful little Street Fighter 5 anti-air with the close light.
Yeah, magnificent jab right there coming out from Saki. A great roll once again from Samu, but this one is gonna get punished and taking him to the opposite corner.
Yep, you're going on a journey, buddy.
Light wall, of course, gonna finish this off. Goes for the throw. 2 more hits is all Saki needs. Now just needs 1 more.
One thing that I really love from Saki here is the fact that he's been opting to go for more throws. Now that he's represented that he can punish the jump from Samu, he's making him afraid.
He did a 6-6 out.
Yep.
What a hit from Samu right there. Just gonna be just shy of the KO as well.
Oh, tried to get cheeky with the DP, but beautiful patience. Samu taking us yet to another game 5 right here in this top 8.
Magnificent patience right there. Once he got that SSBA, he knew he was in a comfortable spot and just let Saki run to his own death.
Cheeky low there as well from Saki. Not something that we've seen represented from him yet. 5U going by it, but no punish from Saki. Still working in a decent spot here for sure. Was looking for one of those big trams and big 6-6Ls right there as well. This is going to be a nice little conversion.
Not a ton of damage, but still, once again, in a great position. Just gets the cooldown back for Enchanted Lands, and is going to spend to get that BP away from Samu and deal a nice chunk of damage with the SBA. The Blades of Frost.
Nice defense so far from Samu, opting to go for that ultimate roll right there, but right now, Saki's still looking for that final hit.
Oh, tries to go for the 2M right there, but it's going to get clipped by the Noble Strategy, and that's going to be all the way to the corner for Saki. What is Samu's response going to be now?
Oh,
it's
what
going to be to get anti-air by the close heavy. Saki now at set point. One thing that I would like to see from Saki is that we're seeing Samu roll a lot after these block strings, expecting the fireballs to come. I'd like Saki to go for a second 2M to intercept those rolls if possible. But who knows if that's going to happen with Samu answering like this, getting all this damage in the corner.
Definitely. Finding the jump out this time, Saki, this is huge. This is going to be a big crouching extension as well. All of this damage going to be mounting up, building all that meter as well. And now just pretty much one good hit away.
Yeah, oh, gets the far heavy into the fireball. This is going to be a lot of damage. I don't think it's enough to get the KO, but one more hit for Saki is going to seal the set for him.
Samu has one last chance to make this comeback right now, but he's going to have to do it right now. Gets caught up by the meaty, and Saki takes the set in a nail-biter against Samu. They're hugging it out, and Samu will be out at a very, very respectable showing right here. Saki moving on the loser side.
Yeah, to take his master that far, what a fantastic showing from Samu. And I know Samu going into this, you know, he just wanted to expect top 24 for himself.
Yeah.
So to go this far, to make it to 7th place, going all the way in a last game set versus Saki, one of the most powerful, one of the most prolific players in Europe right now, is an absolute testament to how far this young man has come.
Definitely. The crowd, of course. Both of these players, crowd favorites for sure. I mean, so both Samu and Saki have a definitely are fan favorites, and it's been really, really nice to see them really coming into their own here on these big stages, competing. And yeah, it's just been a beautiful showing for both of them. And Saki will be continuing his run here on the loser side. Let's see, what do we have coming up next, Viren?
So of course, still on the loser side of things, we're going to be having Fogel and Skill. And of course, Saki is going to be fighting Yuna up next. I believe, yep, Fogel and Skill making their way to the stage. Skill having to fight another Belial.
Yep, but I mean, I don't think he minds that much because he was looking incredibly confident in the matchup. When he was playing against Neff, I mean, he just looked unshakable.
Yes.
So I definitely think that he's going to be feeling pretty good about himself going into this one. Fogel, of course, will be looking to continue this kind of a miracle run that he's had so far. And let's see if he can pull this one off. Skill looking ready.
I'm telling you, man, it's the birthday buff.
Definitely. Chris Hockey, you know, in the background with the near small as well. Repping the sign.
Shout out to all the signs. There's so many here, so many different ones. Lots of Vikala, lots of Nia. I see the Avatar Bilal sign in the back.
I'm a big fan of the scuffed Beelzebub.
Yeah. the Magna lol.
Yeah. Man, Fogel is just cracking me up right now. The man is looking so stressed right now. Look at him.
But this is the thing. When you're in this position as Fogel, I feel like you don't need to be stressed.
Yeah.
You've gone above and beyond the Call of Duty for your own self-expectations. From here on out, it's all bonus credit. Everything that you've done from here and everything that you continue to do is just going to be like, it's going to be icing on the cake.
Definitely. Speaking of icing though, this will not be a Lancelot pick from Fogel. Instead, this is going to be just a cheeky little button check. We will definitely be seeing the Belial from Fogel here. There's no doubt in my mind. That's the character that he's been grinding. He's been putting in all of this work, all of this effort. And right now, we are getting ready for this wonderful match coming up.
You see what I mean about the cursor movement? Look at where Lancelot is on the character select screen, and then look at where Belial. Literal opposite end.
Yep. It's like, you're not fooling anyone, buddy. You just picked the Belial. We all know what's coming here. But yeah, there we go. As expected, we got the Saurus, we got the Belial, and I think we are going to get right into things, picking out the music as well. Let's see the choice here. We're going to be judging their music taste very harshly. Okay, very good. You pass. Very good.
Ah, hell.
Hell indeed. So we're getting into the set. Fogel hyping himself up, getting ready here to face off against none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Skill, Mr. Kayane Cup champion. Of course, also now qualified for the ARC World Tour Finals, looking to make his mark on yet another tournament here.
Lord Kayane Cup 2.
That's a good way to get things started right here immediately. Of course, now that mid-screen link off of the Punch to Stars. Immediately putting Fogel into the corner, throwing out all of those spooky-looking mids right there.
Ooh, just missing out on the punish right there. That is -7, so you know, Bilal does have the tools to punish that, I believe. It can be quite difficult, though. Nice TP. And a nice far heavy. Nice conversion.
Yeah, and this is what I was going on about earlier, you know. You can really tell if someone is a great Belial player if they pick up all of these janky little fireball interactions that you can get with this character.
Yes.
And Fogel is really, really good at that. Which is why I just love watching him play this character. Nice! Channeling that. This nice little one-hit confirm into the U fireball. Big corner carry once again. Waiting out the defensive option right here, and he is just one hit away from taking Skill down in the first round.
Wonderful defense, though, from Skill. Tries to go for the delay close heavy. I like the idea from Fogel right there.
Oh, and what a reaction. Really good stuff from Skill. I like that he didn't even risk it on the anti-air, because sometimes you can't get stuffed out by that MDP. It can be a little funky to anti-air. So just using the DP for it, using the invincibility, and making sure is just really, really good awareness from him. Trying to get cheeky with the 5U, but a nicely timed punish right there from Fogel. And once again, we see this heavy, heavy use of the U fireball from him.
Yeah, it's just such a fantastic tool for Bilal in this version of the game.
Definitely plus frames coming out here for Skill, pushing all the way to the corner just off of these plus frames. He's just been pressing all of these plus unblock mids, and Fogel has just been really content blocking it out so far. Nice patience and a nice bait on that DP. I don't know if that was supposed to be the U rush punch, but it's going to be a big punish either way. Fogel going to be able to route into the SBA and get a big chunk of damage here.
Yeah, almost unfortunate that he went for a 6XL starter. Had he been able to get closer and gone for a stronger starter, like a close medium, maybe even a close heavy, that would have been the death of Skill and the round for Fogel right there. And now still has to deal with this last little bit of life on the side of Skill.
Yep,
the 623L to frame trap right there. Good whiff punish, but not quite enough just yet.
Yeah, I'm liking the backdash into the fireball as well, just to finish things off right here from Fogel. Looking really, really solid so far, as we are evening up these rounds in this match.
Yeah, just playing a very kind of low committal game right there. Lovely reaction to the Impact Knuckles with the DP.
Tries to go for a bit of a stagger right there, but still finding a nice little time to counter poke. 6XL's coming out as well. Going for those close heavies as well. They are so incredibly spooky. Like that Sora's close heavy. If you get hit, if you get counter hit by that, you just immediately feel your life flashing before your eyes.
That is a bone-breaking move. Great backdash again. Fogel doing a really good job avoiding a lot of these UDPs coming out from skill. And I like the fact that he didn't expend the BP right there. Wants to have that BP advantage going into this next interaction.
Certainly, yeah. I'm kind of feeling a cheeky little command grab coming soon here. I don't know what to tell you, but right now we're just going for these 2M staggers, keeping it clean right there. Good BC as well. Doesn't want to hold any of these customs, just needs to suffocate skill in the corner. And this is going to be real close. Skill down to just one bravery point. This extension into the UDP is not going to quite do it. So incredibly close, but Fogel still finds a cheeky 2L to close out the first game right here. Popping off already.
Yeah, very nice. I think it's because he didn't quite get the sweet spot hit of the UDP. We didn't see him get the kick on the ground at the end, so not able to get the full damage from that move. That said, though, as we said, still working out in Fogel's favor.
He's stuffing out the startup of the rush punch there as well. Getting whiff punished by the 6XL. Another good mid-screen extension skill. Just really on top of his game right now. And another beautiful conversion right there. The far medium into the U impact knuckle. And now Fogel is just bleeding in the corner.
Oh, what a counter poke right there. The spacing trap was beautifully set up from skill. Now that's the kind of round that you want as a Soros player. Full control, full offense, and another great start for skill, leading into the H roundhouse Fang. Oh, tried to go for the 2H to get the maximum damage there.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, you can go for those optimal punishes on Belial's DP because he comes back down, but sometimes this happens. Sometimes you just get stuffed. However, skill is not looking deterred by that whatsoever, putting on a clinic here with this damage. And it's only looking for one more hit, and chip damage will become a huge factor here. Fogel now on chip. Beautiful spot dodge.
Magnificent right there from Fogel, but he still has a couple more hits that he needs to land in order to take this from skill.
Yeah, there's no way he's going to be able to escape this chip point here as well. So the heavy roundhouse Fang is going to make it really hard for him to go on offense. And yeah, just the 2M counter poke skill evening us up here in this match.
Excellent stuff.
They're just taking a quick little breather, staying hydrated. Gotta be done. And going right back into things right here. Skill versus Fogel 1-1 here at Outplayed 2025. Let's see how this one goes.
Once again, just having Fogel pinned in the corner. Very nice challenge right there. Gonna go for the side swap using the U fireball once again.
Yeah, really liking this utility as well. And what a nice little setup for the close heavy. Gonna be going for the full extension right here into the meaty fireball. And oh, the U command grab, the Vasago coming out as well.
Yeah, such a powerful context to use that move there.
And you can tell Skill is mad right now. He is going for that install. He's going for this big conversion. Fogel down to one bravery point. This
he's going to die from this.
Yeah.
Yep, into the U-punch to stars, and that's going to be enough.
We may not have the Belial skin on the station, but we're definitely getting at least one buff naked man on the screen. And there we go, Skill finding yet another good hit right here. But the JU, unfortunately, whiffing here for Fogel. Still escaping the corner, though. Could have been worse for him. Trying to go for these staggers, but Skill so far not biting on this offense. Getting another really nice medium rush punch, but a good DP from Fogel will be getting him out of the situation here.
DP right back from Skill. Almost gets the throw, but good tech from Fogel. And the big 2M just to prevent Fogel from pressing anything and allowing Skill to take the lead here in this set.
Absolutely going up 2-1 here over Fogel, but yeah, as we said earlier, and as we saw as well from Skillset versus Neff, is that he's incredibly confident in this matchup. He definitely knows how to deal with Belial, a character you certainly have to expect in pretty much any top 8. So it's looking real strong. Checking the phone real quick, pulling up the matchup notes. Just hit him hard. All right, good, gonna do that.
Yep, just U fireball.
Vogel definitely taking a second to ponder, switching up the drip a little bit as well. You know, sometimes you need that a little bit for your mental reset.
Yeah, the only drawback is that they don't have all of the colors on our setups.
Yeah. I know that you had to really suffer from that as well. You didn't get your baseball bat, you didn't get your preferred color.
Yep, yep. It's how my color is color 9, and it's only 1 to 8. But enough about that. Once again, here in game 4 between Skill and Vogel. Vogel off to a real strong start this time, winning the 6XL war.
Definitely blocking out the Impact Fang as well, the Roundhouse Fang as well. Trying to go for a cheeky 6XM, but getting caught out, now put in the corner himself. Skill just keeping up the pressure, going for the heavy rock smash, plus frames upon plus frames, and now we're gonna see the optimal combo here. Oh, never mind.
Gets a weird side switch right there. Skill probably not expecting that himself.
And that's still the 50%. There we go, this interaction just working out really in Skill's favor, and just off of the 2-touch here, putting himself on match point over Vogel.
Once again, the plus frames coming out, with discipline blocks coming out from Vogel. Doesn't want to commit, doesn't want to overextend, and gets a throw as his reward.
Finding another nice whiff punish right there, and both of these players have been really good with their whiff punishes on 6XLs throughout this entire set so far. I'm really liking Skill backing off just a little bit as well, just trying to call out some of these options and getting some of these whiff punishes in. This is going to be a side switch though, that U Fireball, incredible utility for Belial, big extension here as well, of course, into the meaty Fireball. And unless you want to spend 50 meter to DP out of that, you just kind of have to hold it.
Indeed. He staggers so far, so good from Vogel, but finally the DP binds and the huge throw bait using the U Rock Smash. Is that going to be enough to get the kill? That it is! Sealing the set with a gigantic throw bait is Skill, and he will be moving on to lose his semis.
Yeah, I really like the fact that Skill saved that run-up U Rock Smash, which is a fantastic throw bait all the way till the end of the set. He just whipped that out right when it became a critical moment, and Vogel, you always get hit by the first one, and that's a bad time to get hit by it.
Yep. The first one and the only one. Excellent stuff. And next up, of course, we will be having our other losers. Skill will be moving to losers quarters. We'll have our next loser side set in Yuna versus Saki.
Definitely. Bit of a sad German team kill coming up, of course. Both Yuna and Saki repping here, just like Danix with the German FGC flag coming through right here. Danix always the #1 hype man for the German FGC.
Yep.
Love to have him at every event. Always a lovely sight. Look at that.
And all the names of all the German players. Various other players as well, not even just Germans, I don't think. No, I think
it's GBUSR Dach, so it's the German-speaking region with Austria and Switzerland as well.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, really beautiful. And this is going to be a really fun set coming up as well. Of course, we're going to get the kind of canon matchup here. We have Catalina versus Vera.
Yep.
And it's going to be really interesting to see how this one plays out. Of course, Yuna really wants to force the offense in this matchup, right? Like, Catalina can just control space incredibly well, has a really good fireball, while Vera is a character who doesn't have a traditional fireball of any kind. So Saki definitely wants to just control the pace here, wants to slow things down. I feel like the slower the pace of this match, the better it's going to go for him.
Yeah, clearly Vera wants to smother Catalina with her love, and Catalina wants to just temper,
chill a little bit, you know. Take me out to dinner first.
Yep, exactly.
Exactly.
And don't cheapskate on the first date.
Definitely. Here we go. Both of these players gonna be getting ready right here.
Once again, shout outs to everybody here at Outplayed 2025. It has been an electrifying tournament, and it's been absolutely fantastic. Once again, losers quarters between Yuna and Saki. Catalina versus Vera.
And of course, going to be going into the button check first here, I assume. Saki definitely not looking like someone who's about to play the set. He's just chilling. There we go, just pressing a few buttons right here, getting everything sorted. While it does take a few seconds, you do not want to have any sort of input misconfigurations in the losers quarterfinals of this incredibly stacked tournament, so got to get those in right before the set. Going back into character select, and as we get started here, Let's make some noise for Saki versus Yuna, Cat versus Vera here in our top 8. Let's hear it.
All right.
Fist bumps being exchanged, and we're going right back into the halls of the Colosseum. Definitely something that we're all familiar with, the #1 online stage coming through right here. And Saki always goes for it. I think it's just because it's just a feeling of familiarity you gotta have with the stage.
Yeah. In specific scenarios, maybe if you're using the tiles to understand specific spacings, very kind of easy to write yourself with those tiles.
Definitely. Here we go. Let's get right into it. Saki versus Yuna here in our losers quarterfinal. Of course, once again, this is going to be a first to 3 set throughout this entire top 8. Whiffing the Scarlet Oath right there, or that was some real cheeky frame kill I haven't seen yet. Ultimate Arcane coming through immediately for Yuna. This is a good start for her.
Yeah. As we said before, just a very aggressive start from Yuna, not allowing Saki to get anything going. Tick throws coming out in full force. Just needs one more. That said, though, you can, of course, never sleep on Catalina. Gets a 2M, but doesn't convert.
Yeah, rare miss on the conversion here from Yuna, usually always ready for those. And keeping things really, really just calm and collected right there, which I really, really like, because you cannot go for any big risk. Like, lesser players would have just gone for a DP and exploded.
Right, big counter poke with the far heavy right there. Get no punish right there. Good throw. Yuna just in a lot of control right now.
Saki finding a cheeky little jump out as well. Of course, that classic Catalina JU, a remnant from just the release of base game, has always been incredibly active, incredibly good, even at crushing anti-airs sometimes. So Saki loves going for that option. We'll get you out the corner. And a beautiful whiff punish right there from Yuna.
Saki forced to BC again. Doesn't want to hold that pressure from Yuna. Plus frames from the used Arcane.
The big heavy into the fireball as well. I really like the spacing Yuna's playing at. However, Saki will be capitalizing off of that 6XL. It's going to be putting Yuna into the corner. Of course, this is a little bit scaled, so we're not going to be doing that much damage. However, the next touch, absolutely good.
A couple of latex on these throws. Yuna now with her back to the wall. No BP on the side of Saki.
Getting jump scared as well. However, not an install, so not going to get a follow-up off of that. Chip damage being forced, and what a super from Saki. Taking another round here and evening us up in the set.
Superb reaction right there from Saki, just ready for that 6XL, and let's rip a powerful, powerful SSBA.
Just had to send it there. Oh, that was maybe not an intentional DP. Will get punished quite heavily for it. However, the heavy fireball does find its mark. We're back to square one right here. Nice counter poke from Yuna. This will be an extension all the way into the corner. Some big damage.
Once again, the throw clash. Oh, the trade, unfortunately, not working in Yuna's favor whatsoever. Going to get taken corner to corner, as we do with Catalina. Oh, that's a huge far heavy into the fireball once again, but no RS afterwards.
Yeah, a little bit too far. However, it won't matter too much because Saki finds yet another good hit here. We'll be going into the SBA, and that's absolutely going to do it. Saki taking the first game here up against Yuna.
An incredibly close first game. Honestly, could have gone either way. Just a lot of powerful plays made from both players.
Definitely, yeah. They're taking just a cheeky little breather right now and getting right back into things. Let's see if Yuna can find the adaptations. Her whiff punish game has already been really, really strong so far. Just hasn't been quite able to close it out. Saki, I feel like it's kind of a comeback king. You know, he's always really, really good at playing things the exact patient way that you need to when you're near the chip point or when you're just really low on HP.
Yeah. Yeah, and of course that just capitalizes on Catalina's strengths as a character incredibly well. She gets that any random hit and it goes into that U Frozen Blade that we see time and time and time again. Nice solid chunk of damage.
And a big anti-air from Saki here as well. Is going to be able to find the full extension into the corner. Beautiful pickup. And what a conversion from Saki to take this round.
Yeah, even going for the U Enchanted Lands. I'm actually not sure if that was necessary there. It was actually a bit less damage because it was on cooldown, but still worked to allow Saki to get the KO. Lovely 6XLs coming out from Yuna. just being very militant with that offense.
Yeah. Nice. Yet another good whiff punish from Yuna. She's been so on point with those. Those two M's have not gone unpunished, and they are not easy to whiff punish.
Nice double light right there. Gonna go for the combo. No, going for the extension using the 6-6H instead. That's something that you see a lot from Light, but Yuna gonna drop, but it's not gonna matter.
Definitely making the best out of the situation right there and taking another round here. Yuna definitely not going down without a fight.
Oh, was that? I think that was an
That
attempt
was a
for the
5U.
5U, yeah.
That was a 5U. She was getting real cheeky with that one. Saki's not that old. Nice. Beautiful far heavy. That's a big anti-air. Big damage coming out from Saki. Nice bait as well on the UDP. This is going to be a massive punish. Going to be building the meter for SBA as well.
Building the meter and taking the health away such that this SBA might be enough to get the KO right here. Maybe living on a sliver. No, nope. Not even. And that's going to be 2-0 so far for Saki.
Yeah, Saki definitely looking confident. Even though, and it's really rough as well because Yuna has been doing so many things incredibly well in this matchup. It's not like she's doing anything particularly wrong, it's just that Saki really always just ends up coming out on top of these interactions right at the end when it matters.
All right, Saki now with the corner offense, piling it on. Beautiful timing on that sweep from Yuna though.
Definitely not a good anti-air as well. Saki been really good about these anti-airs so far. Good 60 from Yuna will be finding its mark, pushing Saki to the corner, choosing to keep the cooldowns as well. As the Lumi gets interrupted, Saki is able to just find his footing in the neutral once more. Beautiful counter poke into the conversion. No one got me, medium buttons, into you Fireball got me.
Exactly. The tried and true for Catalina in this version of the game. One more solid hit from Saki might be the set, or might be the round even. Just patiently waiting at that mid-range to try to react to anything that Yuna can do and have that button at the ready.
And I'm really liking Saki just kind of backing off a bit here, just looking for an option to punish because Catalina can absolutely afford to do so. Most of the ways in which Yuna can make a comeback is by just forcing an approach. This character needs to be in your face to do her work. So Saki is just kind of backing off, playing this as calmly as possible, in no rush to finish out the round. I mean, look at this, just blocking things out.
So though Yuna finally getting that throw, another one for good measure, and suddenly one hit away are both players from death.
Yeah, the round timer ticking down quite a bit here as well, but Yuna now near chip point. The UDP will find its mark, and that's a kill!
Keeping her alive right here, beautiful taking that round.
I almost forgot that one comes down as well at the end. Yeah. You know, that did no damage. Oh, there it is. Speaking of which, there's going to be a big heavy counter at starter. This is a good way for Saki to start this round off.
Gets the close light counter hit, but doesn't confirm still. Saki in a great spot, and now here comes the offense. Ooh, Brave using the Lumi at that range. And the other thing that Saki is doing really well is that he's not allowing Yuna to get comfortable using Luminaria at all. Just a lot of the time using the fireballs, using the 6S.
Why is she dead?
Because Catalina's a grown woman.
True.
She do be doing grown woman damage, and now Saki is here with his grown woman at set point.
We'll be looking to take it in a 3-0. It was close. One of those classics, maybe. But right now, Saki just backing off once again, just trying to play this very calm game, but Yuna does find a decent little Scarlet Oath to get us started. Not a good 2M as well. The offense is looking real solid, however, back throw incident.
Yeah, the throws have been largely successful for both players here. Again, just denying that Lumi from setting up any kind of offense, any kind of set play. Is that going to catch Saki? Yes, it is! That's going to be a full combo to the corner, get the wall bounce conversion, keeping it simple with the 60-tail.
Yeah, really good awareness there from Yuna to go for that. Oh, what a night wall!
That was incredible, and now you're going to drain the 2 BP, put Yuna at 0, and now one more action from Saki will be enough to take the set. Will Yuna have the answer?
Find out real soon here. Let's look at the Oki situation. Just going for the run-up, staying patient, trying to bait out a DP. Plus frames getting BC. Both players on 0 BP right now.
Beautiful spot dodge. Still not at chip point is Yuna. What a spot. Spot dodge again.
And what a far medium to finish things off. Saki takes it in the closest trio I have ever seen over Yuna. It's going to be advancing right here. Whoa, what a set.
Yeah, Yuna trying to go on the offense at the end there. I like the idea, not being at chip point, you had that wiggle room to take an additional special, but Saki just keeping it disciplined, just using the far medium, controlling that range, and getting the set. Moving on to losers semis, we'll be off against Skill.
Oh, and that is not an easy matchup to go up against for sure. I mean, that's a Kayane Cup rematch, right?
Yes, grand finals of Kayane Cup, might I add, and I think the grand finals that a lot of people predicted for this tournament as well. But no, instead here in winners finals coming up next, we will be having Default versus Release Bogus.
Yeah, let's see if Bogus is going to be able to convert this into a big major win, or if Default, a bit of a dark horse, not someone that we've seen too much at offlines just yet, is going to be able to take this one. But right now, they have to face off against each other first. This is, of course, going to be Narmaya versus Lowain. I have no doubt in my mind about that.
Indeed, indeed. And yeah, it's really, really fascinating to see these two here. England versus Scotland. I know that the Scotland crowd are going to be erupting for Bogus, and I know the other English boys are going to be on the side of Default, so I can expect a loud crowd here.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a loud crowd match. Both of these players have incredible supporters, incredible fan bases that will be cheering them on till the very end. But right now, they are both getting ready. And I got to just point out again, Release Bogus, of course, repping Scotland here, is pulling up in the kilt.
Yep.
Definitely winning the drip game already right by both of them. Look at how lightning focused they are. Look at them locking in.
They know what is on the line here. They want to guarantee that grand finals winner's side. Both so close right now. They can taste it.
Absolutely getting the button check sorted here. We're going to get ready for this winner's final here at AUTplayed 2025. And man, what a tournament that's been so far. We have had so many wonderful matches, some crazy upsets, and just so much fun to be had right here at AUTplayed. Once again, a huge shout out to the Virtual Dojo Vienna team for putting on this beautiful event. It has been an absolute pleasure to commentate, to compete, and it has just been wonderful.
Yeah, it has been a spectacular time for pretty much everybody involved here, and it's just been so cool to see the growth of this event. Previously, last year, we were in a much smaller room, but now we're in a much bigger hall here. Almost, I want to say like twice the size of the previous one. So much space, so many games, and so much to celebrate here in Vienna. We can already hear the crowd erupting for their players here in winners finals. Default versus Release Bogus. England versus Scotland.
And it's, you know what I love? Both of the crowds are just shouting so loud that you can't tell who they're cheering for.
Yep.
We have both Let's Go Bogus and Let's Go Default at the same time, and they're just trying to scream over each other. I love that. I love to see the support from the crowd. There we go, winners final starting out. Right now, Default looking to find a set now, but a really good parry coming out from Bogus immediately. 6XL finding its mark right here. Default going with the Virgil color as well, gotta respect that.
Right, big jump, nice use of the moon flip right there. Plus for aims and gonna catch him low. Lovely far heavy right there to challenge, but not gonna get any follow-ups afterwards.
Big jump right there, but no anti-air from Bogus. Still finding a nice little poke, switching the side as well, but switching the side right back. This is going to be a battle of the side switches between the Moonflip Merchant and Mr. Bogus.
Oh, goes for the L Kyokusu Getsu right there. Could have actually converted to a kill. Oh, good patience from Bogus, not extending right there. And look how much health he's restoring with the corn, with the meat, with the spaghetti.
That man is eating good today, and here's the HBA getting the punish, but not being able to convert. High, and he blocked it out. That chip damage is mounting up.
Oh, another one, the double moon flip. Default taking it from the brink of death and able to get that first round. Moon flip Merchant once again coming through with the finest of wares.
Absolutely. But Bogus, he ain't buying it. He's looking to get out of this corner right now. But this Namaya pressure is just unrelenting right now. Finding a good hit right here. Probably going to be resetting into the set center right here.
Yeah, and all that damage from that corner offense gets the throw with the frame kills.
Man, these counter pokes have been on point from default. Using the Namaya far heavy, a really quick and long-reaching heavy right there in order to secure the first game. Counter poke the bros on the way in, and the crowd is popping off.
And even though it was at the start of this top 8, what a match from Bogus. But even though this was at the start of the top 8, I feel like Default is playing with a lot of confidence right now, using that momentum that he had. Oh, unfortunately, of course, that Mugen Kagura doesn't actually parry lows, so opens up Namaya right there to get hit by Sammy.
Yeah, maybe thought he was in the other stance right there. However, this is going to be a watch your toes type situation, and release Bogus, firing back immediately, taken around.
Very, very nice stuff. Nice use once again of the H transient to close that gap. We saw that a lot versus Yuna, and it's working beautifully versus Bogus as well. That said though, a whiff DP is going to lead into a nice chunk of damage and the setup into the bros.
Absolutely good. Blocks right there from default. Getting caught up by the overhead, but not too much damage on that. Of course, once again, the Moonflip finds its mark. Wouldn't be default without a Moonflip up the corner.
Yep, and I like the idea of going into the SBA, drain that BP from Bogus. You know he's going to HBA here to get it back.
Yeah. Actually getting the punish there as well. Has to keep the combo short though if he wants to capitalize. And a good bait on the DP. Doesn't quite have the resources to extend into anything too meaningful here, but still finding a good little opening. Default though, down to his last BP. Still fighting through it, finding the jump scare with the command dash. The sets are not getting interrupted.
Yeah, lovely timing, and the lovely timing of the BC as well. Jump back to avoid the bone wheel. Tries to 668 of all buttons right there. Gets the Setsuna and gets the throw. Default getting another round.
Wow. Crazy awareness there from Default on those clashes, going for the Setsuna and then getting the throw to finish things. Going for the command dash as well, not spaced enough, so this is going to be a punish.
Yep, that is -5. You can punish with the close lights. Not blocking these moon flips is Bogus. They are catching him time and time again. Good attack on the throw.
Finds a cheeky little sweep here as well for a special cancelable into the awesome sauce. Good throw on the parry attempt. HBA once again coming out. Has he read the do the document? Let's see. High.
Oh,
nope.
Blocked low a little bit too preemptively there, but not a ton of damage you take from that.
Again, oh, speaking of a ton of damage, that's going to be coming in right here pretty soon.
Again! These baits against Bogus' defense have been working out so well for Default, and that gets him the KO. 2-0 here in winners finals.
Someone take the Moonflip away from him, man. He cannot be trusted with it. He's a highwayman, just making so much use off of those Moonflips. And here we go. See the round start, immediately going into the unsheathed stance. This time release Bogus, blocking things out on the Moonflip. Getting blocked, however, still plus on block. Of course, we are not in Season 2 yet. The Setsunas are coming out, trying to stuff out preemptive bros coming through from Bogus. However, we'll be going all the way into the corner right here, into the setup.
Wafe, oh, tried to call out an attempt at the mash using the light parry. Had that light parry landed, there would have been a lot of damage. Watch your toes, Default. Once again, these HBAs landed their mark, and that's going to be a BP drain.
Yeah, the HBA is putting in so much work for Bogus today, especially in this matchup against Default so far. However, I know that some sort of devious Moonflip is coming. Never mind, won't get the opportunity. As he gets shimmied by Bogus with a beautiful punish. And Scotland is still looking real strong here.
Yeah, that was beautiful spacing to get that close heavy right there. Oh, big jump from Default using, I believe, the JM right there. Really, really well. The cross up. Good decision to BC.
Absolutely finding a good throw here as well. Nice shimmy from Bogus. It's going to be a big conversion. Let's see, are we going to go for the bro setup? Absolutely gets caught low. And that's going to be an extension into the HBA. This is going to be a ton of damage, more than you'd expect from Luane. No, never mind.
Gets the drop, unfortunate for Bogus right there. Going to be dealing a load of chips.
Watch your toes!
Yeah, it's been a case of when Default has been able to get his game running, he's been able to go incredibly far, he's been able to snatch the momentum and keep things going. But when Bogus is able to establish his offense, when he's able to get his hits, then it begins to crumble for Default.
Absolutely right, yeah.
What it's going to come down to is Default going to make those adaptations, or is he simply going to keep pressing his own game plan in order to take this set? He's so close to advancing to the winner's side of Grand Finals.
Absolutely. Going back to character select here, just to take a quick breather, because both of these guys are character specialists. I would not expect him to switch off here, and he is still looking confident though. Default, look at the laser focus on his face as we go in this potentially final game of our winner's final here at AUTplayed 2025.
And that's a big move flip to start. Oh, the counter hit meant that was able to convert.
Good parry right there on the sweep coming out from Bogus. Once again, Default finding himself in the corner, but finds a good 6XL to get out. Dodge right there.
Yeah, nice patience. Is he actually going to be able to defend against this? Gets the low, a second low.
No.
Wants one more.
Yeah,
right.
there we go. Dudikov smiling.
Oh, the
proud
scam
from that.
flash!
And the scam flash coming through. That's going to be death right there as Default puts himself on match point right here. Looking to advance into our grand finals winner side.
Some things change, but others stay the same. Default taking a page from El Clásico.
Absolutely. Bogus didn't quite have the meter to fully extend off of that weird little air hit right there. However, we'll find a cheeky little sweep right here. BC coming out from Default pretty early. Moonflip, of course. There it is. Nice throw there on the clash. Of course, the fastest option you can go for, just 4 frames of startup. Here's another HPA. Let's do it again, chat. Low.
Ooh, I like the decision. I like the idea from Default to try to roll out the corner. Doesn't want to deal with the corner offensive HPA, but going to take a ton of damage as a result. And the meaty is going to catch him. Bogus keeping himself alive.
Right here. Yep.
Oh, gets clipped by the low. A little bit too early on the BC attempt as well.
Yeah, this is looking rough for Default, getting caught out by the bros as well. The intercontinental missile coming through right there into the setup, blocks the overhead. Bogus trying to get a little bit cheeky with the parry, but Default still in the corner on just a smidge of HP remaining, and the chip damage here from HPA is going to be really rough if he can block it out.
Low.
Oh,
Choose to you right there. Oh, misses the 6XL.
Really rough situation to be in. That could have been a big conversion. Finds another Setsuna though. This time not missing the conversion. And Default staying alive. Good throw.
I smell a moonflip toast. I smell it coming.
I smell it as well, but I also smell a DP from Bogus.
Is that
It's
chip
gonna
point?
be
6H. Willing to bet it all right there to even up the set 2-2. You know, of course, Default was able to get the reverse 3-0 against Yuna in the winners semis. Will he be a victim to that reverse 3-0 himself, or can he close the book here in winners finals? The crowd is coming to life once again for the final game of winners finals.
Let's get it. Good overhead to get things started right here for Bogus. Carrying into the corner. Let's see the setup right here. Actually just going for
There's
a
the L parry.
parry.
That's why
Wow.
he's been using it this whole time to bait out those BCs for maximum damage here.
Mom, can we have Catalina Lightball? Yeah, absolutely got it at home. And the HPA is going to be coming out. Low, high, and again good blocks from Default. But that cheeky parry, sick RPS is going to be coming out from Bogus right here. And Bogus will be putting himself on set point over Default. Got stuck in the corner, could not fight his way out. Let's see if he can bring this back, or if Bogus is going to be advancing to the winner's side grand finals.
And now Bogus is the one playing with a ton of confidence right now. Gets the wall bounce off of the H awesome source. Just all this pressure in the corner.
Cheeky overhead as well, blocking out the bros. Good blocks there from Default. Of course, the moonflip coming out, getting him out of the situation. Good BC again, not getting caught up by 6H. However, here's the HPA. Are we going to block this one? Low. Low. Oh, watch your toes. That's a lot of damage and no more BP for default.
It's looking really bleak right now. He chooses to go for the combo instead of a potential side switch. Gets the throw once again.
Oh, nice spot dodge there on the parry. And another moon flip. No conversion, unfortunately. That drops. The Bros getting sniped out of the air. Default tries and fails on the parry and release. Bogus will be going to your winner side. Grand finals right there. But Default is down but not out.
Indeed, indeed. He's going to be waiting on the winner of Socky versus Skill in the losers finals. What a set between those two. Bogus getting that crucial reverse 3-0. Now guaranteed top 2 here at Outplayed 2025.
Absolutely, the Bogus being released right there. And honestly, the thing is with Bogus, he's been incredibly consistent at performing really well at a lot of these majors, right? He's usually making these kind of top 24s, top 8s, but he doesn't really have that big major W yet that he's looking for.
Yes.
And this could be it. He's really put himself in the best possible position right now. Of course, on the winner side, does still have a set to lose if it comes down to it. And I mean, having to beat Lowain 2 times in a row is a rough call for a lot of players.
Yeah, that it is, that it is.
Yeah, you really have to maintain your mental game in that matchup as well. And if you have to play these longer sets, if you have to make this reverse sweep there from the loser side of the bracket, it makes it a lot harder. And I know that Bogus will be pulling out some shenanigans on you as well.
Yeah, just a very exhausting character to fight against, and that is kind of what's so key. Not only is his character fundamentally a lot stronger than he used to be, but he still has that factor where he preys so effectively on human error. And, you know, if you're just not in the headspace, it's kind of like how we thought of Matera back in the day. You know, we had the rat meter. Hello, Kaguya. We had the rat meter before that we called in Europe.
Yeah.
And I think the Lowain meter exists as well.
The Lowain meter definitely exists as well. I mean, these characters really do prey, as you said, on human error and on frustration. But right now we're going to a just classic showdown here at this point between Skill and Socky. As you said, it is going to be a rematch of the grand finals at Kayane Cup. So both of these players, incredible caliber, meeting, you know, at a different point in the top 8 than you would expect.
Yes. Yeah, here in losers semis, one of these two is going to bow out in 4th place. And honestly, I don't know who I could say.
Yeah, I mean, both of them have been looking on point today and have been playing incredibly confident in this loser side of the bracket. Of course, you know, Socky just coming off of the 3-0 against Yuna, Skill looking really, really good against the onslaught of Belial players as well. So I honestly have no idea who's going to be favored in this one. Both of them, you know, exchanging some laughs. Both of them team captains as well of the team battle that we just had.
Yep. Team battle going down to the wire. Socky able to clutch it up in the first to 1. I would once again like to remind everybody, though, that Yuna was undefeated in that crew battle. So did we really lose? I don't think we did.
Yeah, I mean, Yuna just coming through a little bit too hard right there. They had to take her out back and get rid of her. Otherwise, she would have just dominated. Got some dubious little creatures here in the crowd being shown by Mr. Viver and friends.
There's just been a plush army here today. Like there was yesterday, there was just a line of them at one of the setups, and it's just so much fun to see. That's one of the great things. You know, people love bringing their little plushies. They love, of course, the signs are a staple of every big Granblue tournament.
Definitely. Getting our button checks in, of course, we're as per usual. But yeah, I also, once again, do not expect any surprises here in terms of character choices. Both of these guys have been sticking to their character picks throughout the entire tournament. And I don't think we're going to see the Siegfried here from Skill, even if the first match doesn't go to his liking. I think he's going to be sticking it out on the Source.
Yeah, there was actually one set I know I caught earlier in the bracket. Skill actually did go Siegfried against Memphiles in order to be able to win that set there, but
yeah. I mean, I can definitely imagine that has to be a bit of a tough matchup to approach for Source, right? Between Black Flies and between the spins, it can be difficult to approach Beelzebub, but instead, no, he doesn't have to worry about that now, because now we're going into our loser semis here between Saurus Skill and Catalina Socky. Let's get it! Rush punch to get us started out right here. And an immediate BC from Socky does not want to deal with all this pressure with a nice low Jimmy too far away to get a proper big extension here, but still putting himself in a good situation. The hell, Lightwall. This one's gonna hurt.
Yeah, and of course, when Lightwall actually counters a move like that, it increases its charge level. So you've got the crumple. You saw the crumple right there into a massive, massive combo.
Once again, high health character on full BP, by the way.
Yep. BC out, just gonna get that super jump, get the control back.
Yeah, Saki is so good at just stuffing out these linear approaches. That's something that I feel is just gonna be so valuable for him in this matchup. Catalina just has these 2Ms, has these firelights. They're just massive stop signs against this character.
Yep, gonna BC. Uh-oh, the command grab. You're now on 0 BP. You have to be careful against the character like Soris with all the plus frames in the world. What is your response, Saki? Do we see the BP? No, we do not. Instead, getting caught by the meaty and Skill with the comeback.
Yeah, that round was looking rough for him, but he just brought it back off of the back of that cheeky little wake-up super. Of course, that is a command grab super, so can't be blocking that one up. Preying on Saki's patience right there.
The crazy thing is that super is not invul. It's not usually an effective option to use on wake-up there, so...
That was the hardest of callouts for sure. Again though, Saki just kind of backing off, looking to find the spacing right here, looking to find maybe a cheeky light wall to get things going, maybe a far light. Good blocks right there, doesn't fall for the throw bait with the 2-2-U. Of course, we saw it in the set against Fogel. If you get hit by that, you explode.
Yeah. That said though, I mean, look at how much chip Saki has taken. You know, Skill hasn't actually landed that many hits, but so much chip damage has been done from these specials.
Yeah, and that's just a win condition for Soris, right? While he does incredible damage, just his chip damage just mounts up so much. You can't block him out because he is just dispensing mids all of the time. However, you will be taking a lot of chip in the process. Saki looking to find yet another hit right here. Still has his back to the wall a little bit. Saki though on 0 BP, however, this is going to be a big hit. Doesn't have the bravery point to cash out into maximum damage here. Will get one back. Doesn't quite kill, but it's still going to put himself into a very advantageous situation here against Skill.
Nice throw right there. Saki keeping it close, keeping it as competitive as possible.
Out to get things started right here. No big conversion from Skill, but still that is a good start. And I really like these early BCs from Saki. He doesn't really want to be put in these chip situations where you're just kind of in the corner holding all of these rock smashes, holding these rush punches. Now just fighting his way out. However, this will be a huge whiff punish with the ultimate rush punch. Big damage coming out from Skill.
Good text from Saki right there. Ooh, I like the attempt at that far medium. Tried to catch Saki, maybe trying to advance into that space.
Yeah, damn near getting the wall bounce as well. That's going to be a good little extension from Skill. Taking the first game here of Saki.
Very, very nice. Will we see a replay of the Kionic upset, or will Saki be able to find it within him to make the comeback? To reverse fate.
Oh, immediate, beautiful whiff punish right there from Skill. And that's the thing as well, you know, you wouldn't really associate a character like Soris with, you know, the type of players who go for these beautiful whiff punishes, but Skill, he just has it all. He's so well-rounded as a player. He can embody the aggression of this character, but at the same time, he still has these beautiful fundamentals.
That he does.
Nice.
What a call out on the dash. That's a huge chunk of damage. Nice plus frames. That's Saki's final BP, a scary situation. Just got to hold on to these blocks now. And the 2L after the BC, the plus frames, abused and used.
Definitely, and I mean, Saki had to make something happen there. There was nothing left for him except for a hard call-out, right? He was getting put near that chip point, and Soris can just kind of guarantee that with the punch the stars into the axe kick, so...
Yeah, we're seeing Skill use this throw a lot more on offense. Big, close heavy though, from Saki to get the punish. And I want to correct myself on something that I said a bit earlier. It's the activation of the install that's not involved. The command grab super is involved. Yeah. Okay, it's a counted close medium, but no conversion. That would have been so much damage for Saki had he found the hit.
Yeah, and again, getting a little stray hit there on the punch to stars. just trying to close things out. And I think like Skill is just going to try to force the chip situation right here. Good back throw from Saki.
Now this is where you know Saki's going to look for these throws. As a result, what is Skill going to do to be active in the response?
Ooh, hard call out.
Yeah, a little bit too antsy, trying to call out a potential cancel right there. And Skill not biting, keeping composed and taking that second game.
Yeah, and that's incredible patience and composure there from Skill, because if he had cancelled that 2M, he would have actually put Saki on chip point in basically a true block string right there, right? Almost a true block string. So Saki definitely had the right idea, but Skill was just one step ahead mentally, was able to call out the super there.
Indeed. And I thought maybe there was the potential for the Saki Lotta to come back. You know, we did see it. We saw it at Kayane Cup, though. We saw it in that set versus Usagi when Saki was against the Usagi Luane, brought out the Charlotte and was able to take the set, but no, keeping true to his gun, sticking with the Catalina.
Yeah. And I definitely respect that. I mean, we've not seen Saki whip out the Charlotte for the entirety of this bracket so far, and just switching character when you're down 2 games and you're not warmed up on the character, I don't really believe in that, honestly. So Saki definitely just going to be sticking things out here with the cat, and is getting put into the corner here by Skill, who's finding all of these important hits early.
Once again, the throw. Nice patience from Saki right there. You know, a lot of these throws from Skill have been landing, so it would have been, you know, any decent player would have fallen for that throw bait right there. But not Saki, staying steadfast on the defense. And this is the reward as a result.
It's still down to 1 BP though, so he's living quite the precarious life. 1 U rush punch and you're gone. However,
magnificent whiff punish right there. Again, just so much damage coming out from the Catalina conversions.
The punch stars there as well. That's the U rush punch coming through, but the raging strike whiffing at the peak range right there. Wasn't quite able to convert it into the kill. And now Saki has another release at life, and he's gonna make the best of it as he takes this round. The U fireball once again, all reliable coming through.
Yeah, I believe you have to go for the far heavy if you want to get close enough to be able to get the RS there. Big far H of the round start coming out from Saki though, not allowing Skill to get that 6XL offense started. Yeah, that's just something that you have to be mindful of against Soreds. You can't just go for your usual, you know, far light into 2M. That will lose out to the H Roundhouse Fang. Oh, magnificent spacing trap right there from Skill.
Looking to find one of these final hits as well. And once again, the story of the set so far is that Saki has been spending a lot of BP early, always trying to get out of these situations as early as possible, but as a result, he's been very low on BP for most of the set, which makes Saurus' damage even more threatening. We are just 1 decent touch away from just exploding right here.
Big jump away from Saki, not going to get caught by that throw. Just the discipline from both players, not overextending, but finally gets caught low by the far light, and we have a set point situation for Skill.
Yeah, Skill looking to make this a 3-0 if he can convert this round.
Oh, clips with the far lights, but nothing else. Beautiful DP reaction from Saki though.
Absolutely, yeah. Landing another roundhouse fang right here, and Saki once again finds himself in the corner, having to spend that BP to get out of this scary situation. Going for the 6xH there as well, doesn't quite get a combo off of it, but this is a huge starter for Skill. This is gonna hurt a lot. I mean, look at that. Bonk.
Yeah, Skill looking a lot more privy to these backdash attempts from Saki. 2 for 2 with those.
And that should do it right there. The raging strike into the roundhouse fang, and Skill taking a 3-0, sending Saki out of the tournament and going into that losers finals.
A very respectable 4th place for Saki here at Outplayed 2025. You know, he is a man of high standards for himself, so probably wanted to push a bit further than that, but you know, with the absolute monsters that we've had and the absolute chaos that this bracket has been experiencing, one can't be too upset with that end result.
Certainly, I mean, Saki has nothing to prove at this point, right? He's already been putting on a show for all of EU and repping the community for such a long time. He's definitely our player of the year for a reason, right? So that has been beautiful to watch, and Saki, again, with a really, really respectable 3rd place, as we will be going into our losers finals here between Default and Skill.
That we will. Of course, Saki the first player in Europe to qualify for our Quad Tour through a Platinum event, of course, managing to get that win at Versus Fighting. And honestly, even if he hadn't got that qualification, he had more than enough points, I believe, to make it through anyway. So, absolute fantastic player. Of course, coming up, Skill versus Default.
Yeah, I would definitely say Default, a bit of a dark horse in this matchup. What's he doing? Is he playing gacha games or something? What's happening here? Yeah, looking like it. Of these gambling addicts over here.
Not the gacha luck. The gacha luck here in bracket. Does that translate to real life luck? Who knows?
We'll have to see. I mean, we know for sure based on his Moonflip usage that he loves gambling and the gacha. Just confirming that right then and there. And we hear the Let's Go Default chants from the crowd already. People are hyping up their boy, and you love to see it right there.
Absolutely love it. But remember, everybody, don't play gachas.
Yeah, don't play gacha games.
Yeah, no.
Don't do it to yourself.
I made the mistake of starting Honkai Star Rail recently.
Yep. Rough.
I hit Pity twice. I lost the 50-50, and I was trying to pull for Robin.
Damn.
And it took 160 pulls almost, but yeah, that's the mistake I made.
Yeah. We all have to live with our choices right here, but these two are going to be determining who's going to be facing off against Release Bogus in the grand finals here real soon. The fist bump is being exchanged, and we're going to be going in right here, right now. Skill versus Default, putting on the weight of the world, and that's definitely what both of these players are feeling right now, determining who's going to be going up into our grand finals. Let's get things going, and let's hear it for Skill and Default.
Just missing that punish. Unfortunate. Default pressing on the plus frames right there. No hesitation, no remorse. Huge close heavy counter going to link into the Yu Kyokuzo Getsu to maximize this damage.
What a combo. Default.
Whoa!
Whoa! Chill.
Getting a little bit too funky with it right there.
Yeah.
Definitely not what Default wanted.
Drowning in the sauce a little bit right there, but Default looking undeterred. Going for the sets, and now the install coming out from Skill does have that command grab available now, so you gotta be careful.
Good BC, but this is a scary situation even for Default. Still gets the press and gets his first round on the board. And this is actually how all of Default's sets have gone so far. He gets that first round, he gets his stealth on the board, but it's all about how you finish.
Definitely. That's a good counter poke there from the Skill, of course, immediately going for a really nice conversion right here. Finds the standing low as well. That's another tool you have to be aware of when you're playing against Soros. He got that standing 5L low. And a rock smash.
Ooh.
Default already down to 1 bravery point and just a sliver of life remaining. The Moonflip can't roll on that one, unfortunately. But this is going to be a nice little round being taken here for Skill, finding the Raging Strike extension, keeping things just incredibly simple and cashing out.
Big far heavy to catch the jump. Yeah, once again, you have to be mindful in these situations where you're pressing as a +1 with a +1 button versus Soros.
Oh, actually, the Setsuna beating out the armor on the rush punch. That's an interesting interaction that I haven't seen yet personally. Moonflip.
Yes.
Through, of course.
Spot dodge is not the play there. Instead, you want to opt for like a delay mash, delay jab, will anti-air that you Moonflip. The spot dodge actually leaves you minus and allows Narmaya to take her turn at worst, maybe even get a massive conversion at best.
But you have to be so careful as well, because if you ever so slightly mistime it, you're getting countered and absolutely exploded.
Yep.
And again, another Setsuna coming through, and that's going to be the first game going to Default.
Default really making his mark in this tournament, showing people are not ready for this Narmaya.
Yeah, Narmaya as well is kind of an underrated character in general. You know, you don't really see her represented at the highest level too much. So it's really cool to have Default here in our losers finals at AUTplayed 2025. Finds the scam flash in the corner.
Reset into the throw. Right, there's the DP. And again, Default so active and liberal with this BC usage, and it's been working out so well for him so far.
Nice BC there on the rush punch. Doesn't quite finish the round just yet. Default still has a chance. That's spent the 50 meter down. Now he's on chip point. Tries to get real funny with the run-up DP. But Samu, he is not. And that's going to be Skill taking a round.
I'm wondering if that was supposed to be something else. Maybe a Setsuna instead. Setsuna would have been
I think he was just trying to send a message, honestly. He was just trying to let him know. Big extension.
All right. And there's a throwbait once again with the U-Rock smash. Yeah, Default very kind of active on his defense, so gonna get caught out by things like that every now and again. Plus frames and all that chip damage. Beautiful DP though. I know the throws are coming, but no, good match from Skill to take the second game.
Yeah, I like that as well from Skill, just going for the late 2L there in that situation, because I'm pretty sure that Default was trying to set up a nasty little frame kill there with the lift plus heavy, maybe trying to force Skill to go for a DP, but instead just keeping things really solid here.
And there's a throw. Yep, that's a punish. Didn't get the spacing in order to be safe with that Kyokusui gets.
Is the scam flash coming? Let's see. Skill backing off a little bit, not as susceptible to it now, but a good far heavy coming out from Default. We see the ultimate DP represented here from Skill finding its mark, and once again trying to make his way in. Good sweep into another U Setsuna. Default has been getting so much good use out of that move.
Yes. And on the flip side of things, Skill's BP usage is very conservative. He hasn't really been using those BCs all too often. Instead, just kind of holding on to those 3 BPs, and you never want to see that. You never want to see someone die with those 3 BP.
Absolutely, yeah. Do not want to have that happen to you. And there we go. Once again, beautiful anti-air there from Skill. Going to be going into a big conversion here, using the Roundhouse Fang to end the combo. Just fishing for an impact knuckle right here at the end. But right now, Default keeping things solid.
Once again, there's that H Roundhouse Fang. Plus frames coming out from Soros, but a good DP coming out from Default.
Yeah, beautiful stuff right there. And right now, just fishing for yet another hit. Beautiful stuff. Nice jump out from Default. Doesn't quite get the full conversion. This is going to be yet another side switch. And baits him out with the rock smash. And that is going to be Skill taking yet another game. Now going up to a 2-1 lead over Default.
Again, so many strong components of Default's gameplay. He's playing neutral beautifully. He's so strong on offense. He's doing a really good job using these BCs to get back into neutral, but it's just those defensive situations where he gets opened up really badly. Another great DP coming out from Default.
Yeah, wonderful stuff right there. And once again, Default really low on BP already. Has been a lot more liberal with the spending of the BP. Still.
Oh, big whiff on the DP, but no punish. Still, this is a good situation for Skill. Look how much damage all of these simple BMBs are doing, and now that's going to be Skill 2-1 up.
Yeah, incredible stuff right there from Skill. Now only 1 game away from making his way into the Grand Finals versus Release Bogus. But Default fans, let me hear it. Do you believe in the Default sweep?
Do you believe in Mr. Factory Settings himself? Will he reset Skill's life here in this bracket? Or will we have a custom Grand Finals between Skill and Release Bogus?
We got the chance of Let's Go Default from the crowd. They're cheering on their boy. Default getting things started right here. However, this will be a side switch. Spot dodge right there will be paying off, and the good counter poke into the scam flash.
Yeah, Skill has had very high success rate with those UDPs because of the way Default is structuring his offense. That said though, real nice position for Default right now. Gets that big far heavy that we've been seeing so often in these previous sets and takes another round.
Yeah, really good stuff. Default showing signs of life here, invigorated by the cheers from the crowd. And I think if you guys want Default to win, you're gonna have to cheer harder.
Big count it on the 2M. Far medium to stuff the 6XL attempt. We're going to see a restand using the U Setsuna once again. has the cooldowns available to extend this as far as possible, chooses not to go for the HQ because we get to this time, instead keeping the corner pressure, keeping the cooldown, and now one more hit for Default will allow him to get this round.
Another UDP coming out there from Skill. This is a big opener. Drops the combo, unfortunately, but still maintains a really good situation. No anti-air on the Moonflip. Sparge meta coming out. But another good BC from Skill. Has been very, very conservative with those bravery points, as he said. He sets enough, finds its mark, but no way to convert from that, unfortunately. And another sets enough.
Magnificent catch on the backdash right there. Just enough range to be able to tie this set up 2-2. Another Game 5 set here for Default.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. And the crowd is popping off for Default, who's getting real funny with that DP on road start.
Yeah, probably expected another button after that whiffed 6XL.
Definitely finds another Moonflip though. You know him, you love him. Nice counter poke there on the 6XL, finding the sweep. It's going to be a nice little extension for Default. Once again, pushing his advantage. Good spot dodge as well on the punch to stars. Blocks out the ultimate rush punch and finds another side switch right there off of the command dash.
Yeah, those are very, very risky for how little reward that they offer for Default, but they're working, and finally baits that UDP that has been working so well for Skill, and now it's potentially going to take this to a set point. He has the resources here.
Yep. There we go. The minimum damage, even though that was right at the end of the combo, the minimum damage on that Raging Strike still high enough, and now Default finding himself on set point over Skill.
And there we go, the M transient to get the side switch once again. Beautiful block on the H roundhouse fang. Default in total control right now. Finally a BC to relieve the pressure, but the throw, so bold.
And the Moonflip Merchant once again finds its mark right there. The spot dodge, you talked about it earlier, Virum, does not give you the advantage right there. Combo limit being reached, another Moonflip comes out, BC. And Skill barely staying alive right here. Only is going to have one more hit in him before he's down and out. And almost gets
so close. And it feels like for the first time, Skill is playing with a degree of desperation, with a degree of fear. To Default.
And the backdash gets caught. Default lands himself into the grand final, bringing it all the way back from the brink, and the crowd is going crazy. Skill, unfortunately, out at a very, very respectable third place here.
The Englishman once again going to get his run back versus the Scotsman. We will be seeing that run back of winners finals. Release Bogus on the winner's side versus Default here on the loser side of Grand Finals. A Grand Finals I don't think anybody in this venue predicted to happen.
Absolutely not, Virum. This is an incredible upset so far, and I love to see it. Both of these players have been putting in so much work. They've been just doing it all, and all their performances have just paid off the entire time. It has been wonderful. It has been great, and I hope you guys have been enjoying the show so far. You've been watching as we are going into our grand finals right here for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising at Outplayed 2025.
It's going to be an amazing grand finals between these two. Just the journey that's led up to here has been absolutely electrifying. I hope everybody here in the crowd has been having a great time. I hope everybody at home in stream chat has been having a great time, because I know that we have been having a great time here, haven't we?
Absolutely, brother Virum. It has been a wonderful top 8, and I'm very happy to share it with you, very happy to commentate with you once again. And it has just been a fantastic event so far.
Yeah, once again, big shout outs to all of the wonderful staff here at Outplayed, putting on another incredible edition of the tournament. Of course, we're going to get these more thanks in later on, but once again, readying up for grand finals. Both our players are at the setup. Both our players are looking locked in.
Absolutely, yeah. And we got Release Bogus, we got Default, we got grand finals. Make some noise for grand finals!
Once again, we're going to see oh, I love that, the rotating around, the ways, the movement. Man, this is just, yeah, honestly, I never saw this grand finals coming.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, me neither.
I mean, Bogus not not an unreasonable pick to see here in Grands. I mean, he was one of the highest seeds of this tournament going in, and he's...
Wow, denying a fist bump. Toxic. Crazy stuff right there from Release Bogus. This man has not come here to be friendly. He's come here to win.
He's come here to make his money.
Taking a deep breath right there. We're going to be going in right here. Let's see, are we going to get the button check first? I do believe so.
Wait, no,
Actually, they're
going straight into it, yeah.
This is looking like straight violence, straight hands being thrown. And that's going to be a good parry coming out from Release Bogus. It's the air unblockable right there. The Catalina missiles keeping Default stuck in the air as Bogus finds the first big hit of the set.
Oh, the empty low this time. Not enough to see a ton coming out in that setup. Choose to you once again. Gonna get the 6XL link into the conversion that we've been seeing quite a bit, and the throw coming out immediately afterwards. But the throw from Bogus to respond back. This is a real tough situation for Default right now. Didn't even need the HPA to seal the round. Release Bogus taking first round of Grand Finals.
The Bogus looking real uncontained right now. Looking real strong and carrying all this momentum as well. I mean, he's had one hell of a showing so far at this tournament, and I don't think he wants to drop the set against Default.
That he does not, but Default is definitely not going to make it easy for him. Oh, unfortunately, even though he got the counter hit there, didn't quite get the confirm, but it's not going to matter. There comes the U Setsuna once again.
I'm liking the awareness there as well. Despite the unfortunate drop, just still ready to interrupt and going into that Setsuna. Default definitely been locked in. Good spot dodge into the throw right there as well. HPA coming out. Say it with me, fellas.
Low.
Low. Low. High. And he blocked it. There we go.
Nice 2U coming out from Bogus right there. And a good match again. Bogus choosing really, really good times to match. But a great U Setsuna coming out from Default, and the low 2L. Gonna get the round nice and even.
Definitely, yeah. It's not going to be an easy one for either player here. I mean, our previous set that they had was already a hard-fought battle. And right now, fishing for those big hits does unfortunately drops the combo right there. However, Default still in a decent position, does get back thrown here. Bogus looking for a big hit right there, letting those sweeps rock. The moon flip coming out into the scam flash. Whips the throw, but going for right. Another one. Here's HPA once again. Let's see, are we going to block this one? High, low, low, and oh, watch a toe. The Jordans being creased right there. And Bogus finding a big jump, and BC whiffing entirely right there. Big extension as well going into the setup. The boys are being deployed, and that's going to be Bogus taking the first set. First game.
Very, very nice stuff. You always got to watch your toes at first against that H-Bros setup.
Yeah, it's just the timing that you just have to know. You just have to lab it. It's really annoying as well because if the Wayne jumps, you can't really see when the bros are coming in. It's something you just kind of have to get a feel for. Can definitely be difficult to deal with. We're fishing with these far heavies right now. Shout out to Godflash Thunder. Looking like some old school corner pressure right now.
Great conversion right there once again from Bogus. Going to carry Default all the way to the opposite corner. Again, not ready for the low, bro.
Yeah, and you cannot be getting hit by those if you're trying to make it out of Grand Finals against Bogus. The throw goes wide. The extension with what?
Oh,
got the critical.
He's spot dodging for his life, and unfortunately not enough.
Will not be making it out here, unfortunately. Bogus taking another round and looking real confident. Default looking a little shaken up there at the end of that round.
Another conversion from Bogus here. Gets a meaty spaghetti now at full HP. Default just having a really hard time getting anything established right now.
HPA coming out once again. Let's see it. Low, low, low. High, and whoa, whoa. Socratek getting caught out. Unfortunately, that does not work as well for Namaya, apparently. And the bros will be coming through once again as Bogus picks up the second game in a row.
One more game for Release Bogus to become the Outplayed 2025 champion. But we've seen Default make these comebacks before. We saw it earlier in the bracket. Can he find it in himself to bring the set back.
He's definitely getting a good start and going for the dash heavy. Not something you see too much from Maya, but Default has to pull out all the stops right here. Has to pull out every trick in the book if he wants to make this comeback against the Bogus himself. Good BC right there, putting him right back in the corner. The awesome sauce whiffing, but no whiff punish, unfortunately, and that's going to be HPA once again. Yeah. Let's do this one more time. High and bonk. He's getting run over. BC on BC violence right there, good. Mash out from Default. Down to 0 VP though, this could prove tricky.
Yeah, very scary situation for Default right now. The blocks, no punish though. I want to say Luane 2M might be able to punish that, but maybe not at that spacing. Beautiful timing on the UDP though.
Trying to bait out the BCs real hard. Look at him, look at Sam Show neutral right there, just staring each other down. And that's going to be released. Bogus getting thrown right there.
But it doesn't matter.
HPA.
He was just waiting for that meter to fail.
Yep. High, high, low. And blocked, but that's chip. And the moon flip once again does it.
Magnificent BC bait right there from Default. Clutching it up.
Man. Default staying alive right here. Doesn't want to go down easy. Will be putting up a fight here against Release Bogus. Baits out the parry, but no punish, unfortunately. Back throw incident. This is how Bogus could get things started. Jumping over, going for the overhead as well, sneaking one of those in. But a good counter poke on the 6-6 edge attempt.
Oh, I like the use of the moon flip right there just to get away from everything. And now a throw from Default. Once again.
Another HPA, baby. Low, low, high. And yeah, Default looking real solid on those. And what a counter poke. No scam flash for you today, good sir.
Oh, lovely jump right there. Gets the overhead and the far light to catch. Default trying to escape the corner. Bogus now at tournament point.
And if you believe in Default, you're gonna have to let him hear it right now. Default believers, where you at? Finding a nice BC right there on the bros. Both players down to 2 bravery points. The moonflip finds a smart big counter. This is what Default needed to get something going in this round. Going into the ultimate Setsuna once more. And that's gonna be a really high damaging combo right there coming out from Default. Baits the DP! And that should be the game right there. Default should be staying alive on this one. Doesn't drop it, goes into the super, keeps it simple. And we're gonna be not going down without a fight right there. Default looking good.
Very, very nice. And that's kind of like, once again, we were saying before, like the sort of fake frame kills into the fake jabs, you know. That was not a regular safe meaty, but it's set up for a situation to bait that DP beautifully. Wow, the active frames of that parry so long.
Nice mash out from Default right there. Finding another moonflip, doesn't quite get the full conversion, but the BC is whiffing for Release Bogus. Things are going awry, but the Bone Wheel got the insurance right there. The forward F-150 just running Narmaya over mid-special move.
All right, no escape throw. Oh, once again, the Bone Wheel. Big jump. Oh, punish. That I don't think was a punish on the Bone Wheel. That's the crazy thing. I think it was a punish on the action after. Lovely use Setsuna to keep the offense going. Default getting another round on the board.
Are we gonna be looking at another Default reverse sweep here, Vera?
Maybe.
Definitely have the potential, and he's looking absolutely locked in right now. Bogus finds himself in the corner once more at the receiving end of this corner pressure. No punish on El Fugitivo, but instead we're gonna be getting a dash in from Default. Moonflip being blocked out. Bogus gonna finally be able to find his way out the corner here.
Nice mash from Default once again though. Nice. Yeah, and again, even if you jump the Bone Wheel, there's so little recovery on the option that Luane is just able to punish or jump.
If any other character had that ultimate skill, they'd be top 1.
Nice throw on the parry.
Let's go. Low, low, low once again. The high Default still blocking well right here. Another scam flash.
There it is. And that's going to be another game for Default, providing he finishes this with the SSBA. And there it is.
I was afraid that was going to drop for a second. That looked
Yeah.
really sketchy. I almost had a heart attack. Don't do that again, Default.
It was high up.
And we are going for our game 5 here. And you guys are going to have to let us hear it. Who do you support? Are you a bogus supporter or are you a default truther? Let us know. Let us hear it. And right now, Release Bogus is getting his offense started in the corner. HPA just coming out like
that's gonna
10
anti-air.
seconds into the round.
Didn't actually get the anti-air there, I'm surprised.
Yeah. And again, really good blocks from Default. He's been so good at defending against that HPA.
Big BC. This is Default's moment, but no, the mash on Wake Up working out great for Release Bogus once again here at tournament point.
But we know this is where Default gets his power up. He's been here before and he's made it work. Right now, Release Bogus has to close it out. Otherwise, he has to play a whole nother set here against Default. And Fujitivo beating the anti-air attempt.
Gonna go for the extension, using
Nice.
the BC to get as much corner carry as possible.
And the Bone Wheel once again saving Release Bogus from a big corner combo right there, running in off of the back of the Catalina bot, getting a nice cheeky low. However, Default still at a very high and healthy life total, definitely has some life left in him.
And there's the HPA once again.
Yup. Oh. No, the leg low!
Is that gonna be enough?
It's gonna be close.
Not
but
yet.
not quite. No cigar just yet. Release Bogus only needs one more hit. Default down to 1 BP.
Oh!
And the BC whiffs!
That's going to be huge for Default. Does he build the meter to get super here? I don't think so. He's going to go for the restand. He doesn't have any
He
BP.
doesn't have another BP for another extension. Oh boy, this is going to be a really close one. Let's see.
Incredibly close.
White and
Run up DP! Are you kidding me? Run up DP in that situation. Default keeping himself alive once again.
oh my god. Default, the clutch god coming through right there. We hear the chance of let's go Default. Bogus though finds a good little anti-air. Nice spot dodge on the parry attempt. The BC goes wide once again. And Default has been avoiding these so well. Bone Wheel getting DP'd right here. Default looking locked in. Another really good spot dodge and to throw. Bogus not ready for the tech.
Big crumble right there. Gonna get nothing off it. Beautiful bait on the DP. Default once again so locked in right now. Didn't have the section of cooldown, unfortunately, but gonna get a hit. And this, I think, is gonna be a bracket reset toast. There we go. Default taking it with the reverse 3-0, and now we are on to the true grand finals.
Yeah, going for the Shin Grand Finals off of another Default reverse sweep. How many more are we gonna see today?
I don't know, will we see another one here in this one? But Default using that confidence, using that lead in from the previous set, looking strong here in the first game. Ooh, the last couple of missiles catching Default out of that U-Moon flip. Right, good awareness on the clash from both players.
Bogus finding a cheeky little overhead there as well. Looking for the empty low on the jump, however, really good and solid defense from Default right here. Locking things out, goes for another BC. BC on BC violence right here, HPA gonna be coming through. I don't think that punishes, nope, it does not. However, the chip damage will be mounting up here for Default. This is a very tough spot to try and get out of. Good spot dodges, but right at the end gets caught out. Nice delay there from Release Bogus, good awareness.
I'm wondering if something like an SSBA would have actually worked out for Default there. Plenty of invul on that to try to get through, but I guess we'll never know.
Bogus so far still looking really, really solid. Default doesn't quite have his reverse sweep power up back again, so right now Bogus is looking in control.
Oh, gets the frame trap right there, catching, Default mashing.
Yeah, I believe he wanted to go for a parry there, but got caught out low.
Right, gonna go straight into the SBA, but once again, you know that the HPA is coming from Default.
Definitely,
from
there you
Bogus,
go.
Yep. Do not even need to think about that
Oh,
decision.
the
Doesn't watch his toes.
Again, good, finding a good BC timing right here, getting himself out the
What a
corner.
throw.
What a throw right there out of the spot dodge. The spot might have paying off once again, and that should do it for this round here if Default doesn't drop it.
Yeah, he has the BP to spend as well for an extension after this kill, so he gets...
And
there it is.
There you go. Beautiful. Really, really liking the routing from Default. He's really been making good use of his meter, very aware of his bravery points as well. Bogus trying to get a cheeky anti-air there, unfortunately not quite working out. However, the parry will be finding its mark. The counter poke as well. The bros are being blocked out, but Release Bogus finds yet another hit here in the corner. Just getting the 5U for a bit more meter. HBA probably going to be coming out here real soon.
Yep. Well, missing out on the throw, but still going to get the frame trap once again.
Yeah, there's going to be a big bomb, but we're going to be routing into the HBA. And it's going to be real close to death here, I believe.
I think it's going to be enough.
Yeah.
Definitely going to be enough.
Bam!
Very nice.
Nice. Beautiful stuff. Bogus taking a deep breath right there. Default just smiling. He's happy to be here. He's happy to have made it this far, you can tell.
Yeah, absolutely exceeded his own expectations here. Again, the anti-air close medium. We've been seeing that a lot from Bogus. Been working out incredibly well. As well as these defensive close light timings.
Absolutely baiting out the parry right there as well. I don't even think he got the punish, but he did get a counter hit. Sending toward the corner, Catabot coming through, just walking Default down as well. I really like that Bogus has been going for this. He's been sending out the Catabot and just walking him to the corner.
Again, just Bogus being so much more aggressive on this defense has been working wonders for him. It's just allowed him to establish so much more control in this set so far.
Good sets enough to get the round started here, and a really good counter poke once again. We saw these early in the set already. These far heavies have been doing a lot of work for Default right here.
Oh yeah, a little bit too close to get the spacing on that one. Oh, that is a massive close heavy. Oh, but doesn't actually get to confirm afterwards.
Very unfortunate drop right here for Default. And that moonflip might get punished by the HBA. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely good anti-air. Nice. Good chunk of damage, and especially taking Default down to 1 bravery point. But another scam flash finds the mark.
Oh,
another drop.
Yeah, I don't think Default had the right cooldowns available there and didn't have a BP either. Still able to get the round regardless.
Parry right there on the command dash attempts. Finding an early throw right here, and Bogus is just... These matchups have been so incredibly momentum heavy. Bogus either just kind of runs Default over or finds one of these cheeky Raging Strike extensions, and that's going to be quite a bit of damage. Pushing towards the corner as well, making the low safe with the Catalina bot.
Yeah, that was definitely done in response to a potential BC back, but it worked out beautifully in Bogus's favor. Now up 2-0 once again, but we saw this last set, Toast.
We've already seen it, Viram. It's looking like the power-up has been activated. The win condition has been reached here for Default. Can he make yet another miracle happen? Or is Release Bogus going to take it this time in our Shin Grand Finals here at AUTplayed 2025?
We'll try to go for the 668 right there, but Bogus interrupting immediately.
Good patience here from Default. Clearing out the bros as well. Good counter poke though. Release Bogus interrupting the command dash attempt. Has gotten hit by quite a few scam flashes. So really good awareness this time to interrupt it. Oh, dropping the end, and that's going to be a punish. This is actually very tragic. Resetting into a scam flash as well, yep. Should have seen that one coming. And Bogus will be paying dearly and in blood right here for that drop.
Big jump back. Gonna get the punish and the parry as well. And that's gonna convert into the H special. And that should be enough damage to get the KO. Default bringing it back.
He's gonna do it again. It's looking like he's gonna do it again. How does Default do it? He always powers up when he's got his back against the wall. Throws being called out early here. Once again, Bogus finding these cheeky little overheads. He's been going for quite a lot of those now, at the end of these auto combos. And Default just kind of taking the risk here. Good shimmy. Bogus getting a big punish in right there. Let's see the setup. Just calling in the singular bro. Trying to bait the BC as well. We've seen these L parries quite a bit from Release Bogus, but so far haven't really been caught by Default so far.
Try to parry out the H moonflip out the corner, excuse me.
Yeah, okay. Woo. That looked real high, that looked real scary.
Yep, not even going to try and attempt any kind of meeting.
Uh-oh.
That transient was definitely questionable. And he's going to take all this damage.
Almost dead right here, goes for the DP, and this time Release Bogus is once again on that ever important tournament point right here.
Will this be the final round of the tournament, or will Default make another miracle happen? Great throw.
Here the crowd both supporting their favorites, and this is a good start for Bogus. This is going to be a bro setup right here. Good blocks on the low there.
Huge
but
L
this time the L
parry.
parry finds its mark, and that's going to be Bogus. Definitely setting up some sort of HPA shenanigan here. Nice conversion. Are we taking him coast to coast?
That we are, and look at the damage. Huge throw from Default though. Oh, what an FPA! Magnificent stuff, and now there's going to be a side switch. 1 BP on the side of Bogus as well.
Next time she's dead.
Can Default make this comeback? I want to believe, Toast.
I also want to believe, but this is a good BP. If he gets Scam Flash here, he's dead.
And now the Setsuners, no BP on the side of Bogus.
This is so incredibly tense, Miram. I'm quaking in my boots. The Bone Wheel's coming through. Good block on the Boomer check, and what a DP!
What a magnificent DP. The patience, the resilience from Default right there to maintain that composure and look for the cancel.
Again, the power-up is just real. He can get his ass beat for however many games he wants. As soon as he's got his back to the wall, Default is just locking in.
Oh, huge counter conversion, but actually misses the follow-up afterwards. Big hit right there, beautiful conversion off of the H Setsuna. And gonna go into the SPA once that BP drain.
Wonderful stuff, good back throw as well, and that's gonna be Default once again taking yet another round. He's looking unstoppable.
He is looking incredibly strong right now.
And I just want to point out, you guys can't see it at home, but I just love like in the absolute despair in the faces of the production team every time we extend the set one more time. Default has been making these people go the extra mile, so big shout out to production, keeping it locked down for us.
Big extension using the You Awesome Source this time. Good blocks, still alive. Oh, but doesn't block the next hit.
Might be looking at another really tough situation here for Default. Yeah, that's going to be the throw, and that's going to be Release Bogus once again back to tournament point for the third or fourth time now. Let's see, can Bogus finally close it out? Or are we going to get yet another miracle comeback from Default? Wouldn't be the first time today, and certainly wouldn't be the second either. There we go, Bogus.
Oh, missing out on the punish right there. Wow, cutting through all the bros with that U-Setsuna. So important, but a beautiful back walk to avoid the throw.
Liking the spot dodge there as well. The Kata missiles clashing with the Setsuna, but another mash out from Default. Bone Wheel, giving him the plus frames right there. Release Bogus, finding yet another overhead. Finds the low as well on the 2M. And this is looking real scary. However, the Scam Flash is coming. I can feel it in the air tonight. And that's going to be a nice low. Bogus might have it here. He's going to build the meter. He's going to go into the Raging Strike. And that's going to be HPA 2H coming through. And Release Bogus will be your champion of Outplayed 2025.
Excellent stuff to Release Bogus, keeping it composed right at the end, not allowing the dream comeback to happen once again. Bogus taking it with the Lowain Nation, overjoyed to see their Scottish champion coming through.
The sigh of relief from Bogus, you can tell, look at him, he is done.
Neutral Mania 2 lives once again.
At the celebration right there. Love to see it. Bogus finally getting that big major win that he's been gunning for so long. You love to see it. Well-deserved stuff right there.
Amazing, amazing stuff. And just the journey that this man has been on. As we mentioned before, you know, he's been flying to all sorts of different majors. We saw him at Kiona Cup. We saw him at Frosty Faustings. He even said he's going to another Scottish event next week.
Yeah,
so he's just been on a grind.
Just to put this in perspective, this is the third week in a row where he spent a weekend at an event.
Yep.
This man has been on the death march of events. He is grinding it out. He is putting in the work and it's paying off. Look at him just giving all the fist bumps to the crowd. Big Bogus with the big W coming through here. Man, well deserved. You'd love to see it.
Yeah, absolutely incredible stuff. Wow, what a tournament. It has been an incredible Outplayed 2025 experience for all the players involved, for all the staff members involved. For us here, it has been a magnificent time. And it always feels a bit rough at the end of a tournament. You don't want it to end. But alas, we have come to the end of our time here at Outplayed 2025. I believe we're going to be moving on to a bit of an award ceremony with our players. Thank you for joining us. It has been amazing. Toast.
Brother Viram.
Pleasure.
Been a pleasure as always, my brother. It has been wonderful.
All right.
And we're going to be just honoring our winners here real quick before we wrap up this wonderful event.
Of course, celebrating our full top 8 competitors. We've got medals. We've got good times.
Those are nifty, man. Maybe we've got to start competing here to get these.
I did compete.
You did compete, and don't worry. I know you threw it just so you have to commentate. You know, you know you were going to make top 8 otherwise.
Obviously.
We all know. We all know, obviously. No one can beat the Lord of Flames. But for now, going to be moving on to honoring our winners here real soon. Putting up the results right here. And of course, Viram, do you want to do the honors here? Do you want to get us started?
Of course, in 7th place, we have Neff.
Give it up for Neff, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone watching all the way from Portugal. Let me get a C!
And also in 7th place, the award of our most improved player of the year, going 1 and 2 all the way to 7th place here, we have Samu.
Give it up for Samu. Next up in 5th place with a miracle performance, way outperforming his expectations and blowing our minds with his wonderful Belial, we got none other than Mr. Fogel! Right after that, of course, followed up by none other than a German champ, a German contender, one of the most improved players as well. We have none other than Lady Yuna repping Vera to the top right here in a 5th place finish.
And of course, in 4th place, you all know him, you all love him, ARC World Tour qualifying champion. We have Saki.
And right after that, you know him, you love him, a man of many punches, and Mr. Kayane Champ going all the way to a very respectable 3rd place. You know him, Mr. Skill.
Now in 2nd place, the young British Wonder Man making the run of his life here at Outplayed, Mr. Factory Settings himself, Default!
And last but certainly not least, we have the menace from Scotland, the funny man trio ace himself. We have Release Bogus! Your Outplayed 2025 champion. Taking home, of course, not only the trophy, but also this beautiful hitbox right there, courtesy of Roro Otaku Studios, making these beautiful custom hitboxes for our winners. Look at that.
Amazing stuff.
You got a lot of buttons there. You can get yourself a little 6XL macro or something. Looking real cheeky.
He's gonna need a Luane sticker on there. He's gonna need the Blanca sticker.
Absolutely, yeah. Man, don't even remind me. He beat my ass with Blanca. I'm still scarred. I'm still scarred from the experience.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
He's kind of a gamer.
This wonderful event. comes to a close. Once again, give it up for our top 8 here at Outplayed 2025 for Granblue Fantasy versus Rising.
And with that, I believe we will be calling it for the night. Once again, thank you to everybody that has been involved with Outplayed 2025, the staff, the stream runners, all of the competitors.
Okay, let everybody know that we're going to do a group picture outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Once again, thank you, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, and take care. Have a lovely rest of your night.
Enjoy, and good night.
I need my Blu-ray back.
Are we rolling? Guten Tag, Vienna. Fantastisch, fantastisch.
Wir freuen uns unglaublich, hier zu sein und
Ich liebe die Gastfreundschaft und vor allem euch da draußen.
Great to be here. Great artist alley.
Everyone's very warm, very nice.
Hi there, I'm Claudia Christian.
Hi, this is Craig Fairbrass.
Hi, I'm Yao Gorm.
Komm zum Comic-Con, ist das Beste in Wien.